Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live on a Tuesday. I hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. Your week is going well. But we got WWE NXT tonight. We are the Wrasslin for Life Network. We are the channel that just covers more live wrestling than anyone else out there. The show is kicking off with a replay from last week. We're going to get into all the stories, all the news, the history that was made today, and then some of the maybe not so historic stuff that we need to talk about. But we got all your action, so strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good. It's going to be a fun one. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again. Like I said, folks, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. We got WWE NXT to kick off or to bring home our Tuesday. Sorry, we're not starting the day, but we are definitely rolling through all the action. We got so much rumors, so much news to talk about. The IWC's fighting with each other as always, so we will talk about some of that nonsense. And we got the man, Becky Lynch, challenging Tiffany for that belt. It's going to be a fun one. As always, I am Mr. Every Night, KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, and that is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick, and I'll just get it out of the way out front. Yes, the Bills lost last night. Yay for me. So if Tiffany Stratton loses tonight, I might have a meltdown on stream.
It's a bad week for Nick if that all goes
we're
down.
already starting off the week not so hot for Big Nick here. Pause.
All right. And I mean, listen, the Bills look like they had it, but then they didn't.
You had a backup quarterback in.
Listen, my favorite sports team lost with the Zamboni driver in net on an emergency basis.
Yeah, that's true.
I sympathize.
You got a Zamboni backup. I got 4 plays and a Achilles.
Yeah, no, rumor is he officially done for the year?
Yes.
All right.
From what I've seen, he's officially done. But I've got Wesley coming out right now.
Yes,
as
sir.
I know the chat's popping off.
Booming. Keep it coming. Yeah, folks, we will get to those chat messages. Load it up. Let us know what's on your wrestling mind. We're going to get through all of it as we go here. Wesley is coming out to kick off tonight's show. And again, I think a lot of people are looking forward to tonight. And I've talked about this before where I know one person out there in particular with a digital car said NXT was desperate and pathetic. Even though I don't watch it, it sucks. And they could not be further from the truth. And unfortunately for him, it is growing, it is building, the viewership is growing, and it is knocking and nipping at the heels of AEW Dynamite, Nick.
Oh, 100% of
wow.
NXT's been stacking cards and stacking cards and stacking cards. Like we're kicking off with Ilja versus Wrasslin. We're probably going to end it. Right, and we're probably going to end it with Tiffany Stratton versus Becky Lynch. And to tell you how much that shows and how much that validates NXT, it shows that, Tiffany feels almost on, I don't want to say on par, but it feels valid of Becky coming over. Like it's warranted. It's not going to seem like a landslide.
Yeah, I know. I like what they're doing, and I think they've done well as far as introducing main roster talent. You spike the viewership. Dom Mysterio has been bread and butter for this company. You drop them down to NXT, the viewership goes up. Rhea Ripley showing up. Corbin's back there doing nothing or something. We don't know yet, but we'll figure that out.
Well, look at like what we had coming into tonight. They replayed the story that was going around the internet world to where some people actually believe that Braun Breaker was in trouble legitimately, after his vicious attack on Von Wagner. And on a side note, I hate that we got the extra behind, camera shot and everything that showed that took away the kayfabe of it. But
yeah, people suck. Then people, I can't get into wrestling. Well, stop fucking spoiling it and you'll be fine. But with all that being said, we got the ding, ding, ding. Wesley coming out of the gate firing, and Ilja and Wesley going toe to toe.
I was going to say, I was just going to mention this is to see who the winner faces Carmelo.
True story. At No Mercy at the end of the month. And we do take a prediction on all the matches. We also will take a rating of 10 at the end of the night. So get in this chat. Let us know what you think. Tell us who you think is going to win. And oddly enough, the first chat message or second chat message, sorry, is what happened to the Bills, but we'll talk about that.
Well, I think we kind of did. That's why I had to get it out there in front of it. That way we can put it on the back burner. We can talk about the wrestling and everything like that. But
it's all right. My fantasy
team, like I said, it's been a rough couple days.
There you go. Alexis in the house saying Riddle wasn't medically cleared to be on Raw. He has an ear infection and the flu.
No, that's the thing is I did the same thing you did there when I first initially saw Alexis' comment, because Alexis's comment was in there nice and early and everything like that. And I actually looked into it, and there's a couple places reporting it. Some people are sourcing Meltzer. The one that I've got from postwrestling.com is sourcing the Don Tony show. I guess that Riddle's been dealing with an ear infection and bronchitis, and then with the whole flight from India and back over and everything, it seems like
if he had an ear infection,
halfway, but it seems like it might be a little. Does that though warrant everything that potentially happened at JFK?
It was the meds, man. He
took a little. He had an Ambien, right? And then he just acted a fool.
His equilibrium was thrown off, so people thought he was intoxicated.
That man, if there is not a human being that can operate better with their equilibrium off besides Snoop Dogg, it is this man.
Right?
Maybe Joey Diaz too, but he's still top 3.
Well, we're getting the 3 amigos coming up from Ilja, and he's yanking those fucking suplexes, man.
But so who you got? Who you got, sir?
I'm taking Dragunov. I think he's your next world champion.
I almost wonder if we get a no contesta and we end up with a 3-way.
Oh, too many triple threats.
But you're telling me possible. Carmelo Hayes. Oh, as Wesley hits a Rolling Thunder fucking
Tope.
Just got it. So we're perfect.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just behind you with the tope.
There you go. I just
did. But you telling me Carmelo, Wesley, and Ilja doesn't work as a fantastic match?
Oh, it definitely works. I mean, me being me, I love
Carmelo from taking a clean loss.
Maybe. But at the same time, I don't mind. Drop kick on the blocks to Wesley. Tope. This match is off and running, folks.
Enziguri into a tope.
And look at this.
He's gonna German suplex the shucky ducky. Booker, you better move.
He just shit. And we're going to our first commercial break. Where's Curtis?
That's a hell of a fucking spot to go to a commercial break on. I'll give him that. And you like that? It's not like the tables we kind of grew up with the Attitude Era, to where if they did that, the table implodes.
The table
now that we've seen more tables, they're buying their announced tables from Japan because they won't fucking break.
Well, and on top of that, you don't have those big clunky monitors we used to have back in the day. So, you guys aren't breaking their backs.
Kurt Angle isn't getting knocked out because he's eating a pedigree onto
It's one of my favorite things ever. He's like, he was supposed to leave, but he had no idea. Ronnie, how you doing? Charles, C.A. Hammer. I guess that's your call. All right. I can't wait for 2 sexy females. That's a good reason to tune in, I suppose. You came to the right place.
Fair enough. I like how Rocco always changes his skin profile picture to the most relevant thing and use it to tie it in. I was going to say, as we are in our first commercial break, by the way, so we'll probably just run through the chat here.
Before we read some of these, I'm just going to go Rocco, Victor, Bonkers, Damian, Richard Jr., Todd, Larry Mack, my buddy. Who else we got in here?
Plaid. I feel like I need to get something on the lads.
Keep It Blazed is in the house again. Victor
Jason, AB. We got Charles the Hammer. We got Button. We got Francis. We got Gilly. We got Trevor. Yes, Button Sampson. Sup, KJ and Nick. NXT said expect some surprise for No Mercy.
I agree. And I think it's possible. I do think the Tiffany Becky thing could spill into No Mercy. Maybe a no contest tonight, maybe some type of tomfoolery, but I think this could bleed into No Mercy.
My fear is that Becky wins and then Tiffany wins it back at No Mercy, because that'll just be a really way to kick off my week, personally. With the Buffalo Bills losing in overtime to the goddamn Jets. I felt like that kid from Big Daddy there, the goddamn Jets.
The goddamn Jets. Yeah, no,
right.
I hear you.
And then now if Tiffany, if we don't go to the Tiffany top, we'll be heartbroken.
Right. It's going to be a tough.
Well, Chris is mentioning too. Now we still got to see the Dijackinator pause.
Yeah, we got Dijak coming up as well. Vince McMahon got a letter in the mail today. It said, "Thanks for all you did, but we own it now. Best in your future and endeavor." I like it, Rocco, but no, that man's not going anywhere.
But still, it's a new day. Yes, it is. It is now the first day in WWE history that a McMahon does not have majority control of WWE.
And you know what? And I see Victor makes the same comment here. It was a historic day for those who don't know. TKO, the merger between WCW, WWE, and UFC is official. They're both under that Endeavor umbrella now. The stock shot up right away to over $100. So, for anybody,
everybody's excited for it. It's a huge deal.
For the naysayers out there, tough shit. This is when you're going to have to eat hard, because for those who want to continually bump that narrative of like, oh, WWE shit, it's struggling, da-da-da. It is now part of a $21 billion power, an entertainment power that are going to do some very unique things. I know people are talking about like, oh, well, we're not going to like the crossover. It's not going to be the Wild West. These are two very structured businesses that want to be successful independently, but then together.
Because they do have there is that weird part of the Venn diagram where they halfway kind of crossover, and then the rest of it they're super independent.
Yes,
so 100% they want to just make money and keep making money. But I have seen that there's been thoughts that Endeavor is going to want to bump the active schedule, bump the premium live events, and everything as well.
Well, one of the very interesting things is the UFC and WWE working together to create your weekend packages. WWE.
Could you imagine we have like a huge UFC card on WrestleMania fucking weekend or something?
But that's what I think they're going to do.
Yeah.
They're going to go to cities and they're going to say, hey, we want to do this. We want a whole weekend. We'll do conventions.
It's going to be all in Saudi.
Right? You'll get a Vegas weekend. You'll get you'll open those doors. You don't think Endeavor is going to take, a couple $1 billion to do a Saudi show? Yes, they will. So I think it's really interesting. I know some of the fans are a little apprehensive. What does it all mean in that? I legitimately saw the memo that went out. And right now, by the way, we're back from commercial. Ilja and Wesley throwing at each other in a great match to start the night. But I did see the memo that Nick Khan put out to the staff of WWE, and essentially saying what you would expect. Like, we were successful. We were a $9 billion company prior to this merger, and that's what they're purchasing. They're not purchasing what they can, they're not going to gut this thing and tear it down and rebuild it. There's no reason to. It's a waste of time.
Yeah, you don't pay $9 billion on a refurb. Big ass boot or big ass front kick, actually. Well, I was going to say, I want to get through a few comments of.
Good luck.
Well, because you mentioned about eating somehow there, pause. But Steven's saying Nick is going to eat his hat if Tiffany loses. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. And then Easy Bake out here, let me know about the Yankees Boston game, because of course, why not add to my
why not just
anxiety so far this week with the Bills, the Yankees, and Tiffany Stratton all fucking playing.
Bonkers isn't going to help you. Welcome back, Bonkers. But yeah, new champion coming, Becky Lynch.
No, I say nay.
Damien, welcome back. Always looking forward to it. Okay, Tiffany Stratton has to win. So he's in your Spanish Fly.
Let me know when
that wasn't really a pin,
not there.
guys.
I'm not there.
Okay, I got a little ahead of you with my system rebooting. So let me know when you get the 2 count.
I got you with a big chop. Now I got the Spanish Fly.
1,
2 count.
There we go.
2 count, sir.
And we're back. So he's in your camp. Todd, cheers. See you in a bit. Now let's see what TKO group looks like.
No, we're just that early that he said that before we went live, and now we're just getting to it.
So he is sometimes.
This is why, folks, we have the super chats, the super stickers, the memberships, all of that. So it puts you, right at the front of the pack here and everything, and makes it show up and show out, because that's what the show's about. And it helps support the channel as well.
What's up, Nick and KJ? How you doing, Blaze? Welcome back. Tiffany is definitely the future. It's a miss if takes an L, I guess. Yeah, it takes an L. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's a miss. When you have a young talent, it's not a miss. It's all about how you manage it. 2-2-2. But
dude,
yeah,
big ass clothesline 2-2.
Mhm.
How did you still get up back ahead of me?
I thought we just matched.
Right, I just got the end of the 2 count right there.
Me too.
Okay, well, now you were calling 2. I thought you were speaking from the future.
Right. What's good, TJ Hook? How you doing? 420, prepare to riot then, my friend.
Hello, my friend.
Everyone's too happy on 420 to riot on 420.
Yeah, no one's getting up to riot on 420. But can I skip the line here real quick?
Yeah, go ahead. I was just
no, because Steven mentioned scene reports Fox not going to renew contract with SmackDown. Any predictions where SmackDown will go?
Amazon or Disney?
That's the 2 that I've heard. Thank you. Tornado DDT. That's why I wanted to cut the line with that one, because I've heard the same thing, and I've heard Amazon's been asking for it for a hot minute. Pause.
Yes, and again, it's just big company. It's big money. And again, people forget. Like when I read the reports, and a lot of headlines were like, WWE loses out on Fox. Are you fucking kidding me? Like now they have this negotiating power with a $21 billion.
Oh! As Wesley just leapfrogged sentons over the top turnbuckle on the Ilja on the outside. Good. Woo! Chucky ducky quack quack.
Welcome back, Jordan Smith.
They're literally they're having to bleep out the holy.
Logan Paul for UFC. Fuck. Dana would do it just to watch him. If he thought he could make money
versus CM Punk in the UFC. The main event, the fucking UFC event of WrestleMania weekend.
Oh, is it bad? I'd put my money on.
No, that'll be the co-main to Jake Paul versus Conor McGregor.
There you go. Uh-oh. Ilja loading up. There it is. H-bomb.
Oh.
Wow, he kicked out of the H-bomb. Woo!
I think that's why I'm a big fan of Ilja, because he has like that same style, and I don't want to do a full comparison because obviously one's much more of a kind of flip-de-do. But like Ospreay, like how Ospreay will hit the hidden blade and everything, like the H-bomb right there just seems stiff as hell.
It looks stiff as hell. Big knee by West. You might be right now.
Pause. This is all around.
Right? I love No Mercy pay-per-views back in the day and the video game. Oh, there's it. It's over.
Sorry. Oh.
Woo!
1, 2, 3. I hate that Vic Joseph just said shoots the half there when he was going for the pin.
Yeah.
That just irked me. That feels like forced, because hey, did you know we're merged with the UFC?
People are gonna overanalyze that shit.
I know, but I guess it sounds so fucking awkward to say. Pardon my language.
Right. At least the Bills didn't lose to the Cowboys.
Oh, lose to the Cowgirls. Yeah, well, yeah, we didn't get our ass whooped.
Listen, if you're a Giants fan, my condolences, but they pissed me right off this week.
I was gonna say, KJ got beef.
I mean, my fantasy team pulled the Bills. They were up the whole fucking time and then couldn't pull it home.
Hey, it's not like you're at the bottom of the standings right now. Thank you.
Oh, here's him and E Cricket.
Right, him and Jones, him Johnson out here in his Himberlands, him Duncan coming out.
Wait for this. Now, is Wesley going to do something here?
Or that's such a good fucking camera shot, and why I still think we're going to somehow work it into a triple threat there. God damn it, I know he's Lucky Beaver, but Kevin Dunn can do production or camera shots like no other when it comes to pro wrestling, because you've got Wesley there, and then you've got Ilja staring at Carmelo, and Wesley's over there looking over his shoulder. You've got them all three in the same shot.
There's Tiffany looking like $1 million. She does have a resting bitch face. I have to say it. I'm sorry. She just looks like don't talk to me.
Yes, the mean girl. She's everybody. Perfect. If you don't like Tiffany Stratton, then you didn't like the fucking beautiful people and Impact.
You're not supposed to like them,
right? That's the thing, and a lot of people fucking forget that.
Oh, we're getting a replay of the infamous attempted murder that took place last week.
Yeah, he turned his forehead from an outie into an innie. Right? He put the top down on that bitch.
Trevor, welcome back. Dana won't let wrestlers fight, and this is true. I completely agree with this, and I'm not saying like the Brock Lesnar's of the world. I know people are going to give me examples. If he doesn't feel like they can do it or make money, he will not embarrass his product. He understands that there's a standard, right? Will he throw something in there? Maybe, but generally it's a one-off. Look at they're showing all the tweets.
Well, there are simply no words from the official WWE account. Get out of here.
What I loved about this story was it started, well, we got the black and white.
Oh, and I like how every time that they're showing the blood, it's got to be in black and white.
Mm-hmm. Just show it. Like fucking, like if you're a kid at home, you've seen blood already. Like at what age?
Are they going to start turning when somebody gets busted open in the UFC and then they just start fighting in black and white? It starts looking like an old-time radio show.
Stop. Right? If you feel like your kid's too young to be exposed to this, don't watch it. But those who are watching it, don't treat us like fucking children. But off to the medical facility, dude.
Of course, it's got to be a medical facility.
Mm-hmm. And I'll give Booker T and Vic Johnson credit. They sold the shit out of that
Vic Joseph, not Vic Johnson.
Vic Joseph. Yeah, I'm still in fucking football mode. Vic Joseph, yes. Tornado DDT. Jason, welcome. What's up, KJ and Nick?
Now,
who would you ever thought McMahon and Dana White worked together like Vince and Eric back in the day?
Dana White is not exactly Eric Bischoff. Dana's a different animal. What I was going to ask is, much like I guess a la Impact with the American Top Team, do we start to see if like we get like say a Shayna Baszler has a fight pit match or whatever, and then now we actually get a bit of a no. Hear me out. To where we start to get like a more of a tie-in to actual legit MMA of like say we actually do get say a Josh Barnett or something shows up with WWE. Like not saying it's going to be a huge crossover, but at least they do the nudges.
Maybe, and I think the opportunity here is if there's a fighter, who was what's her face?
By the way, I'm not saying that she would be on UFC. I'm saying that you was
no. I know the other way around
with WWE. Okay,
I don't think they want that to happen. I think because it becomes very transparent and people are looking for those moments. But Nunez is another one. Like she was previously rumored to potentially become a wrestler, because I think now the WWE will have access to people of like, hey, listen, man, you've lost 3 fights in a row. You're probably at the end of your career, but if you came over here, we taught you some things. You could probably continue to make money because you're a good talker, right? Occasionally there will be a Brock Lesnar who they're like, we can bring him over here, but now you're cutting out the middleman. You guys are all in the same building. So I do think
and 100% though, I think you brought up a hidden valued point with that of we've seen it attempted with like Ron, and we've even still seen like Shayna is someone who's much more passionate, I feel, almost about pro wrestling than MMA, and we've seen how that works out. Like that shows how Brock Lesnar is a fucking one of one. Of not anybody's going to be able to do any sort of this fantasy crossover shit that everyone thinks is going to happen, because there's only one human being out there like Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, and I think the CM Punk thing showed that, right? Like Brock Lesnar had years of wrestling, on his resume, and then the fact that he's an absolute fucking beast on top of it. It made that transition work. CM Punk didn't have that, and it didn't work. So I think if you're going to come out of the WWE and have hopes of getting in a UFC cage, it's going to be a matter of you have to have some credentials.
But even then, still, I'm saying as far as even doing it vice versa. Like, much like how even Kurt Angle, how he took from Olympic wrestling to WWE like a fucking fish to waters. These are why they are who they are and why they're the icons that they are, because they are the ones of ones.
Yeah. But do I think there's going to be an increase of UFC style wrestling matches because of no, I don't think so.
I'm not saying an increase, but more of it starts to feel, I guess, more valid. You see more of at least that crossover. Like, do we get who would be WWE's version of like you bring over like a Dan Lambert, like how Impact and AEW did?
Yeah, I mean, could they do something like that? For sure. Again, I think if they feel the personality fits, they'll swing at it. By the way, folks, we're in another commercial break right now. We've already had one match in the books, a great match to start the night. You see a ton of people hanging around, so make sure you get your predictions in for all the matches. Make sure that you stay around for the rating at the end of the show. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Be a part of the family. We are growing by the minute. It is fun to watch. and it's been a trip. About a year and a half old. We're still just a baby, and it is rolling. So become a member, get a t-shirt, do all the fun stuff.
I was gonna say 100%. I remember when I was, in the few of the chat, and that's how I ended up here. And now it's to the point to where I know we've missed like hundreds of comments. Like we got the super chats, the super stickers. Help us.
Izzy would definitely do a match in the WWE. Now, there's a good example of a guy that could potentially do something because he's a talker, right? That becomes paramount.
I wouldn't. That there, to me, there's no one really right now that I would see that's in the UFC that I would really even almost honestly want to see make that kind of jump or like be involved in pro wrestling. That I'd really like. That they're either not in it just for a fucking payday, and because they'll get their name up, or
Captain Baron coming out, by the way.
Right, that could even pull it off, like say a McAfee or a Logan Paul, as weird as that is to say.
And I think even. Yeah, Nick, I think why like in my head, I think the WWE was already looking. I just think this makes the access to certain people. Like people talked about McGregor. Could you imagine Mike McGregor on a live mic? I mean,
you'll do nothing. You'll do nothing. Who the fuck is that guy?
Yeah, I don't think they're going to make a mockery of this. I really do think that they're two very smart companies. I think the people at the top, and I think the key word that people use is control. Vince is still there. Vince still has some ownership. Vince is still on the board, but control is an interesting word.
Well, and even I can't remember the dude's name. That's like the head, like the VP of Endeavor. Even had that whole interview to where he was sitting there right beside Vince and everything and talking about how he's a fan of him. And I'm sure he's probably around.
You mean Ari Gold?
With everything. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. And probably feels the same way of how everything with what Dana set up with the Fertitta brothers with UFC. So he just wants, he's a dude who just is collecting shit. Like, how can you guys just make me money?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's how this works, right? Like it's no different than any other hustle. Right, you got the guy at the top, and then you got the people on the streets. That's how this works. So it's the same mentality. But Corbin talking about this is an interesting question from Steve, and this might be the case. Maybe not mega, but
Cornette's got the market cornered on talking about mega, so we can't talk about mega.
I love the reported potential lawsuits. Do it. I want it so bad.
I would just, for the sake of honestly, who's a fan of Cornette, I would just love to see that fucking happen. Just
for the entertainment, the content. Value, let's go. But right now, Corbin in the ring talking about the incident from last week. Wagner, minor skull fracture is what they're reporting.
Like I said, he took the top off that bitch. He turned that shit from an outie to an innie.
Whoa.
Braun Breaker about to beat the bejesus out of Baron Corbin is what's about to happen, I feel.
I think Braun Breaker's found his stride, man. This guy is fucking excellent right now. And he is
best spear in the business.
He is going to be a mainstay on the main roster very soon.
He's halfway managed to do and get kind of the same heat as his uncle Scott without having to sit there and wear a chainmail and dye most of his head blonde.
Yeah, and there's one other factor really big in there, but we'll leave that out. But no, I think Braun Breaker's like Scott with a little more he's more coherent. He's more with it.
Yeah, but that's the thing is he shows up and he's about to wreck some shit. Like he's managed to go from fucking multicolored spandex on 2.0. I think you're awesome, man. Yeah. Did we just become best friends? Yeah. That's so fucking good. I love that.
What are we doing?
You think a guy that's been heel 98.9% of his fucking career is gonna all of a sudden just I'm in NXT and I'm even balder somehow.
Wait, what?
And I'm gonna turn babyface?
Blackhead Corbin. Baron Sparrow.
Yeah. Dun 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 dun. Oh no, that's Game of Thrones. He's like, Corbin's out there. Why is the push gone?
Why is the push gone? Wait, this is such a confusing segment right now. So the attack wasn't real? He didn't kill him?
We're Braun Breaker's talking about how he ended his career.
There you go. Give Braun Breaker some freaks. He's got one.
Oh, 100%. Well, that's the thing. You shut your eyes and all you're missing is, the big bad booty daddy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fucking Scott. He's out there like halfway getting off to the fact of like reminiscing about squishing a man's skull.
Yeah, and celebrating. Now, I'm a huge fan of Baron Corbin. Listen, or Braun Corbin. What? Like Braun Corbin together?
Damon already got. He smoked so much opium. He's already on them being as a tag team before they've even decided to team together.
Right. Welcome, 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 welcome. Not quite sure what that says, but hopefully it doesn't say "fuck you."
You can have that. Not even what I'm mad at. AB says called it. Damien. Well, speaking of Mandy Rose and her current contract situation, everything like that, Miss Luna Havoc has a short up on her channel, and I believe also on hers or whatever.
Yeah.
So absolutely go ahead and check that out. I can say words because she talks about that whole thing.
Mandy's gonna go where the money goes. That's my humble opinion.
Whoever offers her a little piece of change.
That's it. Whoever offers her the biggest paycheck, she'll take it. For her, it's not about like where can I get the best wrestling in. It's where can I make the biggest bang. Now they're fighting.
No, there's levels to this, and you should want my respect of. I'm the bigger asshole than you are an asshole. So that's where we're at with this right now.
Challenges them to no mercy.
Me versus you, Baron Corbin, a sacrifice. So you got a 33 1/3% chance of beating me. And I love this comment from Bash because I want this to happen so much of like Kane Wagner is coming out. If there is someone who could do a modern-ish type Kane halfway gimmick, fucking Von Wagner is it, because don't let that man talk because he sounds like Mike Tyson on the microphone.
But you know what? Him coming back with like a mask because he's disfigured.
Because his fucking head got smashed in and he's got the fucking scars. And so
I don't mind
he's snapped.
Oh shit. Corbin laying the smacketh, getting smacketh back.
Why does Braun Breaker's beard look like it came out of a fucking spray paint can? Like a Just for Men can. Like it's too proper. It looks like a creator wrestler fucking beard.
Fake beard to match his girl's fake. Anyway, NXT needs to go on the road. I mean, I kind of like what they're doing.
They do on the pay-per-views.
Yeah, save it for the big events. Like it used to be special.
Oh, what the
But welcome, Eric.
Hi.
6-man tag up next.
Who is this Bourne man? Is this Evan Bourne's long-lost, illegitimate son?
Yeah, right. Happy Taco Tuesday, Easy Bake. Does UFC own Bellator? They do not.
No, Bellator. I know at one point was owned by Showtime. I don't know if there still are.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, they're separate. He slapped him with the open hand. Oh,
he did smack him with the open hand.
Just did Gable Stevenson. What?
Why does Corbin remind me of Vampiro? That's a wonderful question because it does not remind me of Vampiro in the least.
No, I kind of halfway get it because like the bald head, the kind of a heel, but kind of just a bland meh. Kind of was cool for a little bit at one point and has never been cool again. Looks like the kind of guy that wouldn't get in the ring until you play his music. I can see the connection. I get it. I dig it.
Okay. I'll take that walk. If this is real, Braun Breaker would be charged. Yes, Bash. Yes. They didn't really blow up the limo with Vince McMahon in it. They we've seen many. Triple H didn't really kill people with a sledgehammer.
Undertaker wasn't a fighting zombie.
Yes, he was. You shut your mouth.
For fuck's sake. Suspension of disbelief. I know it gets that weird point of like sometimes like how far do you let that go? But fuck, just
you gotta push
have
it.
That. Not even what I'm mad at.
If you have people online debating the validity of whether or not, like to the point where some people were like, listen, we know that they would never allow that. So it was a spot. The people that reported a spot gone, it was meant to be a spot, but they accidentally dropped the stairs on his head. Like that was where you're like, okay, you've got the fan base paying attention now, because now they're even like, well, maybe he really did it, but he didn't.
Right, but that's what we've talked about, and we've been the harbingers for the longest time of work the fucking dirt sheets. Yeah, the dirt sheets are gonna go whichever way you tell them to. So if you tell them just enough of a kayfabe story, and you work that angle to where it could seem real and it could seem shoot, and you dance that dance, they're gonna fucking jump.
Speaking of the dirt sheets, my favorite dirt bag out there, that fucking asshole Dave Meltzer. This guy it has become so transparent and so obvious in all his bullshit. It is literally just a fucking sickness at this point. Today's a big day for WWE, so let Meltzer just start saying shit. And for all those people that consider themselves reporters that just quote Dave Meltzer, you're just as bad as he is, and you guys are just as bad of a joke. Guys like Ringside News, like fucking go away, quit, run away.
I already have my feelings on Ringside News and everything like that. I'm not sure as far as what exact story you're referencing.
All of them.
But I'll just click on this real quick from Todd saying too many commercials. Rocco, can we see Brock Lesnar and Daniel Cormier go at it? No. Cormier would get thrown from fucking pillar to post, respectfully. And I know DC is that guy, but still.
Listen, I love DC, but we saw what happened with Jones when he ran his mouth too much.
Well, I'd rather just keep it simple, stupid. As bashes, I was just joking. We get that. AB saying they ruined 5 weeks of good story in 5 minutes. With what?
With what? Why?
Sergio saying, all right, you okay? Sorry, really? What? I feel like, are you talking like Yoda right now, sir?
Yeah. Well, even this one, like, that's our buddy
Charles
Sergio
laughing. And then we got face turquoise covering eyes, person turquoise waving. So we've got our first entry into the Super Chat Royal Rumble.
The Super Sticker Battle Royal.
Right, as I've got...
Thank you, Juan.
Briggs and Jensen, Brooks and Dunn, and not Evan Bourne taking on Gulak, Damon Kemp, and Lil Regal.
Yeah, very, very interesting.
This is when people tune out of NXT a little bit, I feel, of what makes people, what lends that to NXT, but you still have to remind yourself that it is a developmental. This is FCW with a good production team.
Yeah, you do need some of this stuff because we need guys like Brooks and Jensen to develop into something bigger, and I think they could. They've shown upside. Look at what's happened with the Creed brothers. But if you don't put them in matches, they won't get better. Right, AEW?
Put fucking Briggs and Jensen in a trios with Hangman Page and get him the fuck away from
there you go. Ringside.
Just call it fucking CMT.
Yeah.
Country Music Television.
Right. Ringside News equals National Enquirer of Wrestling.
Yes.
With one exception. And here's what's disgusting about Ringside. They don't even write their own shit. They just they chop up everything from everyone else. Every piece of shit out there that says anything, they regurgitate it. They are literally the garbage disposal of fucking wrestling reporting.
Sounds like National Enquirer to me.
Yeah, but I feel like National Enquirer at least will go on a limb and make up some bullshit.
I mean, if that's low. Anything. That's like Cornette Russo level. If you're over there of like, you're even worse than the I wipe my ass with.
Oh, spinning heel kick.
Oh,
yeah. Who's people taking?
That sounded like it came out wrong, but it didn't.
Todd says the team with the blue shirts.
So Team Denim.
Team Denim.
Oh, what the hell?
Hey,
this
baby.
man just grabbed Fallon Henley out of nowhere. That's assault, my guy.
He might be the smartest man in the equation. All these people running around, he grabbed her, the smartest man in the room.
What in the...
Wait, what?
Alex, so his name is Alex Bourne, and did he just heel turn?
Yeah.
With like...
So this faction is growing.
Why do I have a heel turn about someone I don't even know or care about? I don't give a
So there you go. We don't have a name for this faction yet. We might have to come up with one, but Bourne turns on Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah, the guy who just got with them that no one gave a shit about before he got with them. Now just a heel turn on him like fucking what the why?
Oh.
This is worse than QT.
We're back to chase you, ladies and gentlemen.
I hope everyone brought their number 2 pencil. Pause. Oh, they're worried about Thea hanging out with the goth chicks.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
See, I don't. It's this weird thing, and I think it's because like you two even took a brief pause on watching NXT. Like I feel like a good chunk of people did of how I rode this ship out here. Of it's one of those of it's just somehow it's become that. As much as it shows up every week, and it's not always great, but it's the old reliable. It's the the standard bearer somehow. Like it's not bad, but it's not great either.
Share my location. She shared her location with you.
What is she like worried she's gonna get jumped? Or did she do the reverse of it?
Weakest debut ever. Trevor, who? More specific.
What? How are these people like? They're acting like they're still at like a fucking frat party and shit.
This looks like every other
the
room
random dudes coming over to hit on them, and this, like I said, this is what turns people away when it's just. And I didn't know we were turning into Days of Our Lives.
Weakest, got that one. Can you imagine Endeavor bot? Yeah. We could imagine, but it will never happen, Tony. That's Tony's baby.
The name on the contract does say Khan, but it's Nick Khan.
Right? Uh-oh, we got
I'm
a fight.
a grown-ass woman. I don't need nobody. She's just beating up local enhancement talent.
Oh. Yeah, see, even the filming of this is very...
a straight to Walmart bin, straight to streaming fucking Animal House, like
it's
American
a fucking Hallmark movie, man.
No, it's not even that. This is like trying to be edgy, but not edgy.
Right? Yeah, no. That was shit. Fallon helped this guy and he turned on her. Maybe he turns her next.
Well, sorry. And then we followed that up with Dana Brooke coming out, and I fucking gagged for half a second there.
Oh
God. Coming up next, we've got Bird Lady versus Dana Brooke. We've got a bird fucking chewing at plastic, and this is why, folks, you need to make sure you cut your fucking 6-pack plastic and everything, so that way birds don't get choked up on that shit.
Right.
Like we're about to watch.
Yeah, she's about to fucking take on a big piece of plastic. Dana Brooke comes out. We are getting Dana Brooke versus Bird Lady up next, guys. And again, Dana Brooke comes out and does the exact same shit she's always done. The same wide leg stance, the same hand in the air.
I don't know.
By the time we get out of this commercial, I won't be here.
She didn't do the muscles. She didn't flex. She didn't,
Give it time.
Well, it's a slow heel turn.
Right. AB had a comment I wanted to talk about. I was saving it for the commercial. Oh, WWE brought Michaels back multiple times, so they'll bring Punk back. I like this comment, and I think I've been on the record before. I think you have as well. They've brought in worse than Shawn Michaels back. They've brought back other guys that we thought we'd never see again. The Ultimate Warrior is a classic example of a guy that burned every bridge possible. And Vince
they have an award named after him.
Fucking right, and they shouldn't.
That should be the Chad Gaspard Award, and that's another conversation for another time.
Absolutely. But what they have said, and I saw everybody blew up the internet, and this is two things. One, Nick Khan made comments he was asked about CM Punk, and to show you guys how interested wrestling people are in Punk, that spread like wildfire today. The guy made a little 30-second statement about him, and it blew up everywhere. That's how
he
big
said we respect him. That's all he said.
Wow, people put their little twist on it of WWE doesn't seem interested. Fuck off. You're not paying attention.
But that's what we see with wrestling journalists. Well, some to an extent. I don't want to lump everybody together, but also with the dirt sheets and everything of everybody's got a narrative. It's the same thing, especially living in the US, of what you see with mainstream news of everybody's got their twist of it. Everybody's reading the same fucking text, but everybody's interpreting it in some different manner. Like it's, Hammurabi's code or something.
It was vague at best. And you tell me right now, again, I think people don't understand how business works. They just think it's this fantasy treehouse club. Like, no homers allowed. Like, what do you mean? It's just funny. To me, it blows my mind. But is there potential for Punk to do it? I think what it comes down to right now is, what does Punk want? Is Punk pursuing a lawsuit? Is Punk pursuing his money? Is there no, based on Tony's reaction, I don't think there's a non-compete, to be honest.
I think we would have known about it with everything else we've known, and how everything else is caught in like wildfire. And I know we said this last night. We would know if there was a no compete.
Yeah. Meltzer would be throwing that out there because he doesn't want people tuning into WWE to see. So he would try and kill it.
I've said that from the jump. The fact that we haven't had that brought up is proof that there isn't one. No, I did like the Chris was talking about, and God damn you, Rocco, you popped me with that one. And it's fitting because when I saw it, this is for you, Big Nick, and it's the kid from Big Daddy, which I even shared in our Discord, which go and check that out.
The goddamn Jets.
The goddamn Jets.
All right. I'm going to leave you with the bird lady and Dana.
Well, fair enough. Yeah, thanks for that. I get to chew on this plastic. Pause. I was literally about to try and do the same myself, so I can't even be mad at him for that. But where was it? There was one he had on before there, and I'm going to forget it now. Paul saying, just when things couldn't get any worse, Dana Brooke, everybody. Yes, my week's going off to a great start. The Bills have lost. The Yankees are getting slugging it out with the fucking Red Sox. Tiffany might lose to fucking Becky tonight, and right now I'm stuck watching fucking Dana Brooke on my screen. It's off to a rolling start, but that's just me personally. Oh, where was it? Oh, no. I know Chris had one. Anyways, I'll get to that. I missed it. Oop. Oh, step up in Zaguri from Taya. Lyra. There we go. It's the Valkyrie. I keep wanting to say Taya and all that. Bird Lady for the win. Gymnastics time. Gymnastics, Dana Brooke. I think we're just going to get this weird, subtle heel turn that no one at this point is going to care about because they're going to build it up like people. That would be a heel move. Or like if she was just wrestling as a straight up heel instead of like, we're going to sell this, build up on a heel turn because she's bringing in, the newbie underneath her. That person I don't care about. Just embrace that there is that embrace the booze and just go with it. Big clothesline. Dana for the L. Well, that's okay. I was like, that's a backwards ass way to call a prediction. Maybe Cora Jade will return tonight. Cost Becky title, sets up Tiffany versus Cora versus Becky at No Mercy. Interessante, sir. Punk enjoying every minute of this publicity. I honestly don't know. Because that's the thing is you even go back to when he was, putting stuff out on his Instagram and talking about people's parasocial relationship when it comes to pro wrestlers and everything. That we're getting the equivalent of, I don't know if it's good. Someone's going to tell me it's piped in, but we're getting the equivalent of like when we would get the John Cena, chants of like, let's go Cena, Cena sucks. We're getting that with let's go Dana, Dana sucks. Not Dana for the win. I like how they don't even want to just say that it's going to be Lyra that wins. It's just anyone but Dana. Just not you, girl. Bird Lady for the win. Yes, Dana sucks. Lyra is a direct ripoff of Taya Valkyrie. Yeah, a little bit. It's the European-y version instead of the Canadian version, I guess. Oh. She rolls out of she breaks up a Northern Light suplex to go through an arm hold into an elbow on the back. Like, I know I've not. Oh, spinning back heel kick. I know I'm not out here taking bumps and everything like that, but it just seems like even still, like someone like Lyra is having to do the bandito with Chris Jericho. 2, 3, and Lyra wins. If Dana can't even do it when he's trying to become a heel. Well, I was about to say, it seems like Lyra's out here having to do the, bandito with Chris Jericho thing of like, I got to slow down and make sure I hit the, the basic shit so this chick doesn't fucking get lost out here. But I don't know what we do here with Dana anymore, honestly. And I say that with all due respect. I know everyone's going to be like, oh, you're getting bagging on her, but is this where we're going to just get the out and outright heel turn of after we finally gotten the let's go Dana sucks? Oh, she's having to get held back. Oh no, she's selling it off. Why are they building up a story no one cares about? As we've got a video package for the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament. So they're announcing the NXT Women's Breakout Tournament coming soon. Bum, bum, bum. So we do have that, I guess, breaking as we go back to the bassist or the guitarist from the Muppets band right now interviewing Eddie Thorpe right now. And if anyone knows the reference that I just made there, I appreciate you. The 5-star bird splash. Yeah, the caca splash. Pause. I got 2 words for Dana. You're fired. Oh, we've got the Dragunator. Yeah. Dude, listen to me. He's out here backstage on the video. Oh, I wonder if can you kayfabe fucking Thunder into a situation because they had perfectly timed thunder and lightning behind this man. So what the fuck right now is Dijak is marking Eddie Thorpe's territory of he's whipping a tree. I know, folks, we partake in the vitamins and we talk about that on stream and everything, but I'm not making that up. I just had the Dijackinator on my screen, just whipping a tree to taunt Eddie Thorpe. Like, what is pro wrestling at times? As I'm getting a recap of the Heritage Cup tournament going on right now, their version of the G1, as I've got Tyler Bate coming out right now. A guy who very much could be in the finals, if not win this, I feel. Dana didn't work in the big leagues either. I don't think she works, period. Pause. I'm 0-2, didn't give it a prediction for the 6-man tag match. Fair enough. And why would you? Because who cared? I got 2 words for... Oh, we already got that one. Why was Dijak whooping that tree? I don't know either. That's a shitty way to be a lumberjack, Dijak. That's a terrible way to try and cut down a tree is start whipping it with a belt. But I'm not sure exactly what that was accomplishing there here. As Charles is letting us know the vitamins he's got as we're going to commercial break right now. So we're getting Tyler Bate versus Axiom. So in Group A, and we've also still got Nathan Frazier versus Akira Tozawa. And that's the most I think we've said Akira Tozawa's name on this channel ever in the past, week, 2 weeks or so. Yes, we are in commercial break right now, so we'll remind everybody real fast before I see somebody brought up a comment that I want to talk about of, we are the fastest growing wrestling channel on YouTube. We do this for anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling. We're still constantly moving and grooving, big things popping, little things stopping up to something. Season never sleeps. So 100% make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Be a friend, tell a friend. But thoughts on Nia being back, says Keyshawn. I'm excited for it. I know that there's obviously going to be the large contingent of, well, she's unsafe. And Nia did run the risk of, speaking of being back, and I'm not going to compare you to Nia Jax, sir. But I know you were here live on stream for it. I obviously was wrapping up the Bills game on a pause there. I think I like it. I know everybody's going to go with the fact that she basically worked herself into being a meme of pro wrestling for the longest time. She was the gift that keeps on giving. And Becky doesn't get fully the push that she gets. I feel if she's not taking that right hand from Nia, but at the same time, we have that awkward match that I know we were both here live for between Charlotte and Nia. But I think if you look at the Raw women's division right now, it's a little bit of an actual badass murderer's row here. If you've got Rhea, say you add Nia, and you've got Raquel, you've got Shayna already right there. That's top of the division. Then even you've still got Becky floating around if she doesn't win tonight, which she won't.
Yeah, I mean, here's the first and foremost, people talking about Nia Jax being a dangerous worker. She hurt a couple people, high profile, but I mean, it's no different than other workers. I mean, we talk about, Rhea Ripley works stiff and hard. She's been known to rough up a couple people. We talk about other wrestlers. Look at the AEW's women division, constantly breaking each other's nose. Like, I don't hear the people freaking out about, get Britt out of there or get this person out of there. How many broken noses have we had in that division? I think did Britt break her nose twice? But I mean, at the end of the day, shit happens. And here's a former champion. I thought her booking was shit nearing her release. Like, she got really, my hole, and she became a walking meme, like you said.
Well, her job was show up and put Lana, who's now on AEW, through a table. Yeah, but I know we even talked about it in our group chat, or at least I brought it up. And I know Anthony was right along there with us. Luna's kind of indifferent. But she's also, outside of Beth Phoenix, China, Rhea Ripley, Nia Jax is the only other female that I can think of in WWE that's been booked that looked like they could compete with the men, like that have been in the men's rumble, anything like that.
Yeah, and I know I said this to you earlier today, Nick. When you look at the WWE women's division and you look at who's in it, who realistically, and we've talked about this a lot. Okay, if Raquel Rodriguez Gonzalez cannot beat Rhea Ripley, then who? Because is it going to be Tiny Liv Morgan? Is it going to be a returning Alexa Bliss? Is it like, again, when it comes to an actual threat to Rhea Ripley, they don't have a lot of them because they don't make a lot of women of that stature.
Much like when you put the title on Roman Reigns, you have the problem of who takes the title off of Roman Reigns. Heavy is the crown when you put the title on Rhea Ripley, who takes the title off Rhea. Speaking of Rhea Ripley, I have the underling Dominic Mysterio now face-to-face with Carmelo backstage.
Nia moving quicker. Charlotte helping Nia lose weight. She has lost weight. She visibly is smaller. I give her credit for that. And again, I just believe that. Am I like, oh my God, the best wrestler ever just came? No. But is there an opportunity there? Yes. And again, you need without viable contenders, a title run is useless. Being in, your title run means nothing without viable contenders.
To me, it's how everybody likes what they're doing with Stat. She's going against like Taya. Now we've got her paired up with Jade and everything like that. WWE's just doing that on Raw with Rhea Ripley. Like I said, you've got the murderer's row of women that would arguably knock the shit out of most male wrestling fans as well. So
This is interesting. Will we Dom and Carmelo exchanging words?
Why women wrestling attire now is what, Dana? Us wearing, should wrestling women have uniforms? What?
Does mother know you wear?
Does mother know thou weareth her drapes?
No, I don't think the women should have uniforms. I think they all have their own style.
What in the name of fucking you do you, boo boo. You do you. I know where you're going. You do you, boo boo.
The man is
well, speaking of the man, I got Anthony here saying, I love the conversation y'all are having. This needs to be said about Nia Jax. Like I said, I know my guys. We were having this conversation in our group chat. And yeah, well, are we, like you said, you were here live for it. Are we over the moon about it? Listen. No, it's still a wait and see. But there's a potential. We didn't see it coming. We thought she was, when she just returned, what, a couple of months ago, I want to say? She didn't pop up randomly on WWE, and it was just a one-off.
Yeah, somebody reported that, I think someone in the chat said it was reported that 1 month contract, but I have not seen that. Oh, wait, Kiana James.
Oh.
I don't want you here.
Yeah, I don't want you here either, Kiana James. You know what? She's here, and I don't want to be here.
There you go. Xia Li. Where is Xia Li? All I keep seeing from Xia Li is workout videos and clips on social media. I have no idea, Charles. I really don't. I mean, I hope Xia Li comes back. I like her. I don't really care for the gimmick they had given her. But up next, representing Spain, Axiom. Who knew? Never cover the puppies. Nia Jax is large and clumsy woman. She is a big woman. I will admit that. Clumsy. I mean, here's the thing. And actually, Big Nick left, so he would probably be a guy to attest to it. But a lot of times, and you see it in a lot of sports, right? Like you see it in hockey all the time. Like if you're a bigger person, and yeah, you tend to, when she made a mistake, if Liv Morgan accidentally punch you in the face, she maybe give you a bloody nose. But if Nia Jax accidentally punches you in the face, she cracks your orbital bone. There's a difference. And that's just the way it is. Is she clumsy? She had some really good matches, especially in NXT. She did extremely well. She was a good heel champion. When she is just a strong force and booked as a strong force, doesn't get rolled up all the time. Again, is she the most athletic lady? No. But I also grew up in a generation of, you had those big bodies. You had the, Andre the Giants, the King Kong Bundys. You had that imposing big person that would come in and, would dominate. Yeah, they were a little clunky. Yeah, they were a little slow. That's their style. And for those out there that don't understand that wrestling isn't 100% flips, tricks, and, well, she can't do a tope or she can't do a moonsault. Well, who knows? Maybe she can. But that isn't the be-all and end-all of wrestling. Not everybody can be a tiny high flyer. But speaking of tiny high flyers, we have another Heritage Club match right now as Axiom is taking on Tyler Bate.
Sorry, I know I was in a pause, but I just wanted to come back in so I could actually say this and trying to text out and everything like that. You also have to look at it too of when Nia was coming up through developmental, there was no one that they had in developmental that was anywhere near that size or anything that could do the physical stuff that she can. No. She's, like you said, she's not the high flyer or anything like that. Now they have that whole lineup there that can actually go. You have powerful women on the roster. So I think it's a good shot for her. So
absolutely. I agree. So word is that certain number 12 may sign with the New York Jets. We'll leave that for now. Picking draw, Bate and Axiom, a draw. No, I'm going to go Tyler Bate on this one, guys. Tyler Bate doesn't have any points in this tournament yet, so I think Tyler needs the win. Where is Tamina? Wish Lana come back to WWE now that Nia back. That's funny that we got CJ Perry on one show and Nia quickly on another. Oh, Axiom with the moonsault to the floor. And we're looking at the Metaphor Lounge, by the way. Tamina, I think Tamina's at that point of her career where she's kind of done. Like, we haven't seen her in a minute. She's still involved. As far as I know, she's still employed. I think the WWE has always kept her around a bit of a favor to her father, but I don't know what happened. Yeah, she's just at the end of her career, to be 100% honest with you, and she was never a marquee star at any point. Lana is in AEW. That's not necessarily true. That's a handshake deal, so we'll see. And keep in mind, guys, that is a factor in this. It is 100% a factor that you look at people who are free agents, and if you're sitting back in either AEW or WWE and you're thinking, oh, that person's available, you might sign somebody just so the other people can't, right? Oh, Lana's back. Maybe they're thinking this. Oh, we better react. Is Nia bloodline eligible? Yeah, technically, you could work that in. She'd be insane if you added her to that situation. But listen, I'm willing to give her a chance. Yeah, you book her in a couple matches, and if it's shit, we'll talk about how garbage it is or how much she's struggling. But I'm not willing just to wipe my hands. Oh, she's dangerous. Again, I watched her wrestle for 7, 8, 9, 10 years, and I know of 2 times, maybe 3, where she hurt somebody or was uncomfortable. Look at poor Ridge Holland. Ridge Holland damn near ends Big E's career, and people are freaking out. Then when he hits a move, he did it right. It wasn't his fault the back body drop went wrong, but somebody landed wrong, popped the shoulder. Everyone's like, oh, get rid of Ridge. People get hurt. I mean, it happens. It's a physical sport. And at the end of the day, I think that this narrative is an IWC narrative. If the wrestlers aren't fearful for this lady, if the company isn't fearful for this lady, why are the fans? Why do the fans hold a bigger grudge than the wrestlers and the people involved? It makes no sense to me. And again, if she's a heel, you're not supposed to love her. People are supposed to be like, oh, fuck, she's back. Because she's going to shag up a couple of your favorites. Ah, there you go. I love it. Keyshawn, my man. That's what it is. Maybe Big Nick. Accidents happen for sure. Rhea, Finn, Dom, Damian Dom versus Roman Solo, Jimmy, Nia. Ooh, there you go. There you go. There you go. Ridge Holland's made mistakes. And listen, guys, think about this. And I watched a little man, who screams and yells a lot on YouTube, talk about, she's so dangerous, who's a diehard, absolute apologist for AEW. And I love AEW, but let's be real. Look at all the injuries the AEW women have gone through, like bad injuries that they caused on themselves. And we don't try and demand people get fired or get rid of this person or get rid of that person. I mean, like I said, we've watched multiple broken noses where to the point where we were like, are people like Ty Conti purposely hurting people? Like, are they purposely kicking the other women in the face? Like, what is happening? So, again, it's good for business. And if it's not, she'll move on. And that's the way it is. When is Gunther and Roman Reigns going to fight? I don't know, man. There's a lot to unpack there. The problem is if you do it now, people want Gunther to win. Roman's not giving up that title, but Roman does need to get back to TV. He does have to do something for us, and I get it. I understand, but I don't think people will talk about, like the traditionalists will talk about the idea that, the champion shouldn't always be around and shouldn't always defend and da-da-da-da-da-da. But at the end of the day, I think you do need presence. You should give us something. And right now, the Bloodline storyline has been as cold as it's ever been in the last 2 years. Can they recover it? I don't know, but they got to find something. The way this whole storyline is, as it lays right now, it's a little uncertain, but not really that compelling, especially because the key character, the main character of this story, hasn't been around. Completely overshot that top rope spot. Missed it. Gilly, I have no problem with Nia Jax if she starts to wrestle safe and not hurt opponents. I'm okay with her. Like KJ says, we need credible opponents. And that's what it comes down to. It really does. Like, that's why we were all so jazzed at the idea of Beth Phoenix fighting Rhea. Oh! Went for a running shooting star, gets pulled in to the triangle. And Tyler Bate just yanking Axiom up to his feet, eats a kick for his efforts. Jason Burnett NXT just announced. Oh, yes, I was on my little pause when they announced this. I'm super excited because generally that means an injection of new talent. We'll get some of the developmental talent we haven't seen yet get pulled in. We will also see some people we don't expect in this tournament. So I'm all for it. I want to see who's in this tournament. I'm excited. Right? Think about the last Breakouts tournament we had. A lot of good names came out of it that we still talk about to right now. Some of them even hold belts. Nia had some good matches with Ronda. Think about Nia Asuka. I mean, she didn't once break anything to do with Asuka. Her Nia and Bayley had a great rivalry. Nia and Alexa had a decent rivalry. There you go. There you go. I like it. Let's bring back Ronda Rousey. She's a legitimate threat to Nia Jax. Right? No. Ronda Rousey doesn't like wrestling. Let's be honest. Do you think that Takeshita and Kenny feud will continue? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. That the Kenny, Takeshita, Callis shit got muddied up with Jericho, and now Jericho's not involved with Callis. Like, to me, they've made a complete mockery and mess of that whole storyline. They should have been very straightforward and streamlined. Kenny's pissed off at Takeshita because he sided with Callis. Callis is out for revenge. Oh, Poison Rana. So KJ, are you holding a grudge against Goldberg? Not the way Bret Hart is. Not the way Bret Hart is. And again, I think there was enough evidence that Goldberg was careless. And enough people that I respect think he's careless. But I don't believe that's the same case for Nia Jax. She made it like that punch she landed on Becky. They were in a fucking crowd. Remember, they were having a brawl. They were having a melee. And she just threw a right, and Becky's face happened to be there. It was like Bart Simpson and Lisa Simpson. Just going to swing. And if I should happen to connect with your face. And the problem is, like I said, Nia Jax is such a powerful woman that when she connected, she broke her face. Whoa! Spanish fly from the top. 2-2-2. Great match. Great match, guys. KJ, you were wrong about AEW. Nyla Rose has been called out by fellow. Yeah, Nyla Rose, because again, a bigger, stronger lady. But no one else, like, think about it. Think about how many injuries we witnessed. So I don't think I'm wrong. And I can pull up actual examples, Steve, where, you know, they have damaged each other time and time again. Inexperience, not knowing any better. I don't think they should be fired, but let's call a spade a spade. Nyla, not really called out. And again, a big, powerful woman. Look what happened to Athena. Oh, Tyler.
I'm not a big, powerful woman. But no, I wanted to come back because I know we were having a whole conversation. Yes. Tyler Bate is one, as we've got metaphor out there with the fucking Jurassic Safari going on.
Yeah, look what happened to Athena working stiff. And everybody was like, oh my God, she's one of the best women you have.
Yes, but to me, the primest example is people still being upset at D'Lo Brown.
Yeah, but I don't. Do you think people are still mad at D'Lo?
I don't. But the people
I don't think so.
Still say that there's fault.
Yeah, but even D'Lo said, like, you know,
I know.
like,
that's what. Well, that's what I was about to say. Of that, the vast majority. Well, it's even Anthony brought up of like Seth Rollins and Sting. Like how somebody brought up of Goldberg and Bret Hart. Like obviously there is moments to where it could be potentially viewed as you're doing unsafe, or you wouldn't be there if you weren't doing that. But at the same time, it is a physical sport. It is still physical combat.
Yeah, and I mean, again, with D'Lo, I look at it like strictly like I kind of look at it like Ridge, right? Like, you know, you get blown up, you get sweaty, you get, you know, in positions and things slip, things don't go right and shit happens. Fucking Owen Hart broke fucking Stone Cold.
I'm not going to go there. Moving on.
No, I'm going 100% there. And everybody still loved Owen. Everybody still went with Owen.
Okay. That's not where I thought you were going. Okay.
No, that's Owen Hart, again, an accident. We didn't look at him and go, what a dangerous.
They made it a fucking angle.
Nah, became a thing.
Right. Well, speaking of things, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say it that way. I've got Tiffany Stratton warming up on my screen right now. But we had the Heritage Cup viewing party that they had backstage there. It's where you even had Wolfgang out there just straight drinking out of a fucking pint glass the whole time.
That's interesting.
Well, it's so weird if you got like Gulak and you got like Gallus sitting over here.
Mm-hmm. Nia's the big show of the women's division. All right, we're going to move on a little bit. We've had a good Nia run here. 1 and 2. Tyler Driver, 97 wins. Absolutely. I'll take the point on that one.
As we've got the Creed brothers right now in the ring, so they're going to be taking on Social Gathering, Malik Blade, and Idris Inove.
Mm-hmm. And I will say the Creed brothers, as we head back into a commercial break, folks, the Creed brothers have been outstanding. They keep getting better. That cage match with Schism was outstanding. They're great, and they're up and coming.
I rushed back for this.
Right. Where are we going? Victor Nash, but saying AEW never gets called out is just plain wrong. It didn't. No, I'm saying at the same level. Whereas, you never treated any of the ladies who have fucked up the way people are now treating Nia Jax. There is no comparable.
There's not an instant bounce back on Twitter of people like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And everything. When you have somebody like, what was it? How I know both the Anna Jay and Bad Bunny have taken bad spots. On AEW.
Well, like I said, my favorite part, we had that stretch there where we had like 4 broken noses in like 3 months. And I'm pretty sure it was Britt, and I could be wrong. Maybe it was Ruby. Somebody broke their nose twice by taking a foot to the face. And nobody was called out the same way. So don't dare tell me it was.
Could be both. Legion of Doom, one of the stiffest wrestlers that ever made. They hurt people for nobody says nothing. No, that goes to the APA.
Every time.
No,
what?
I said that honor goes to the APA. They ran Public Enemy the fuck out of that company.
They fought even JBL to the Blue Meanie. I mean, look, Ultimate Warrior was an absolute.
How you mentioned JBL and the Blue Meanie, that's I guess how I felt. Like I feel the same way. Like when I mentioned D'Lo and Draws, it's like, all right, we've beaten that fucking horse till it's muck at this point. But
I have a match idea: Piper Niven versus Nia Jax.
I agree with this. I said in the comments, I agree with this 100%.
AEW ruined Nyla so fast. Yeah, she lost to an 80-pound lady twice, maybe 3 times. Tiffany versus Mandy, dream match there. You reign. What did C Money say? I'm trying to find C Money's comment. Somebody agreed with it.
Well, no. Well, here, while you look, I'll just talk about this of Steven saying, who you guys picking to win tomorrow night? Samoa Joe or Roderick Strong? Picking Strong. Never count out Kingdom at ringside.
It's got to be Joe.
I want to grab for my neck brace, but
it's got to be Joe, Nick. You said it. I mean, it only makes sense right now that it's Joe. Now,
and that's the problem. That's the problem. As much as it's great, that's the problem, is because you have good storylines that Tony Khan's a terrible fucking train conductor because all of his trains meet at the same fucking impasses at the same time. He sucked in fucking if Samoa Joe is leaving from this station at this time, traveling this miles per hour, it will reach Roderick Strong at this time at this hour. He sucked at those equations.
Well, I mean, to me, Tony Khan tells a story like, if you've ever been at a family gathering and like a 3-year-old in a diaper comes stumbling into the room and it just starts like, like a little kid trying to tell you a story of like, they start in the middle of the story.
Did you ever had a dream that
they don't really explain it well?
Thought it was? Yeah.
Yeah. And then they start like, and then this happened. And then that's all of it. I can't remember.
And then I feared for my life.
Right. I can't even remember. What is this?
We're having a.
Are we burying Schism?
I don't know. Pause. I don't know if this is appropriate for doing a funeral. And what in the name of fucking bin bags is Ava Rain wearing? She's out here wearing Missy Elliott's fucking trimmed up dress. They just took Missy Elliott's outfit from I Can't Stand the Rain and just turned it into a dress.
Oh, man. But yeah, I mean, I think like the storytelling just gets mixed up. I think they did it with MJF when he came back and he got caught up with other people. The storytelling is not.
That's mixed up. Is whatever the fuck that was. If they just started putting a hand on a tree.
The tree is cracked.
The tree of life. Oh, well.
Well, I mean, have they been out talking to
Dijak?
Dijak?
Smart. Metaphor.
Oh, but no, I figured that was the tree that Dijak was beating up.
Well, no, well, that's a whole different thing. That's a whole different thing. I was going with the metaphor of, because they were, 4 roots of the same tree and everything. So it's what comes around is all around, Ricky.
Right. I think Roderick gets the win. I think Roderick was the right guy to win the tournament until you added in all this Joe stuff. Now the real heat seems like it's with Joe, not Roddy. Roddy's just kind of a comedy gimmick beside the serious competitor, which is Joe.
Now, is it because they're still delaying Roddy, or is it because they just fumbled the bag and we just threw Joe in here just because? Oh, trust me, I did notice that Wesley's out here.
Wesley packing his shit.
It's been a long day without you.
Folks, we are
Trick
back.
Is like significantly the tallest human being in this room right now.
Oh, by far. Trick's a tall guy. But look, nobody gives a shit. Wesley, done. I'm waiting for
the name placard. He throws it in the fucking bin bag.
And here comes social gathering.
So is he going to be the fucking one traded for Jey Uso?
No, that's not qualifying. No.
I don't know. Where's he going to end up? Is he's Jey Uso himself?
Right. Vance going the other way, saying Joe easily wins, and at this point, Joe should win.
Yep.
It's like trying to watch, it's like hyper ADD in writing form of like the plot is all over the fucking place.
Well, it's at times though he runs into a situation of you're like, that would be a cool storyline, and he starts to do it, and then he's like, hey, I thought of something else that'd be really cool too, and I should do that right now. And then you just jump, we cross over to something else that's still not bad, but it's like, well, wait, I was going with this one. Yeah, you sold me here.
Oh, drop kick right away. Oh, Blockbuster. What is happening?
Well, and as one of the Creed brothers gets dumped out, we don't even cut to the fucking senton. This is a fucking job squash. This has got to be a job squash. We have a fucking senton swanton on over the top rope on the outside. We don't even cut to it. That's why is because we've got Los Lotharios, the Latin lovers there, up in the mausoleum that no one ever notices until someone stands out there.
Yeah. Oh, the cameraman goes down.
I said jobber squash. I didn't. Cameraman just fucked up.
The cameraman, I think, got hit. No, but I agree with you, Nick. When it comes to so we're following the Adam Cole MJF storyline. We're following it nicely. And then there's this guy that hates that, that they're friends. So we're waiting for this story to build, and then it builds and builds and builds, and we're following the story. We gotcha. And then randomly, Joe pushes MJF. Now MJF runs off. It's like being in a movie and the sequel starts halfway through the first one that you're watching.
Absolutely. Fair enough. It's like watching the fucking Marvel Cinematic Universe and you just skip movies like halfway through. Yeah. You're watching the highlights. You're not watching the full movies.
That's it. Just follow the story to the end.
Right. You've got time, Tony. Like, are you anticipating that you're going to run out of fucking time here? You got time.
It shows his inexperience. That's all it is.
But Jason out here seeing KJ and Nick. Wes goes back to Impact, climbs the treehouse, and joins the Rascals.
We've been talking about it.
Scout's on there.
Paul Carpenter says, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I do think he either ends up on the main roster. Like I said, he gets pulled into this. We get a triple threat. I know Boston said, I love triple threats. No, it's this calls for it. It would work.
I see what you're saying. I want the one-on-one, Ilja. I'm like that. I think they're going to burn the house down. I
just don't know though. Where do we go with Wesley beyond? That's the thing.
We don't. He just left.
But I'm worried he gets lost in the main roster. He ends up like an Odyssey Jones.
Oh, pounce. I think Brutus is underrated, man.
He looks like a Gronkowski brother that just, stayed too long in the microwave.
I like this. If their name is Social Gathering, by the way, we gave them that name.
Yeah, right. It's kind of like how if you call them Coke and Diet Coke on AW, that's our name. They're really like Daddy Magic and Cool Hand. Who gives a shit?
Julius chucking everybody.
He's your next fucking super wrestler babyface.
He's really fucking good.
Well, and he's got the size and everything
and strength. Yeah. They need to start looking like a real team. They look like CAW wrestlers. I love it.
Yeah, a little. Well, because especially how they don't have like the normal matching tag team gear. I know we don't coordinate outfits out here, but
and the Creeds with the win.
Yeah, going back to when like Julius is sitting there, got an ankle lock in, and then still turns around and hits a fucking one-arm power bomb in a cage match. Like that man,
Stereo saying, "Bring it on."
Well, they're meant to be getting a push going towards the main roster. They're going to where they're going to be the big kind of babyface.
Wait, what?
GTA takes out Hank and Tank.
Hank and Tank. Why were they even there? I didn't even know they were there.
I don't even know. I feel like we almost might have a halfway royalty fee on the fact that they're wearing, the biker vest there with Hank and Tank.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, Becky looking not happy. By the way, someone earlier said that
jobber face on.
Right. Somebody said earlier that Lyra Valkyria is a direct ripoff of Taya Valkyrie. Maybe similar names, but they are nothing alike.
Well, I was going to say name-wise, that's it.
Yeah, like actual-wise, there is no mimicking. They're not alike.
Yeah, one goes caca.
One doesn't work at all. Just job.
Oh, up next, we've got Nathan Frazier versus Akira Tozawa.
Did you know Axiom was Spanish?
You mean A-Kid?
Yeah, he was representing Spain.
What?
I think. I can't make that shit up.
What in the name of fucking high holy hell?
What do you think about the women's breakout tournament coming back, bro?
Yeah, they randomly have him representing fucking Spain. What the fuck?
I didn't make that shit
up. Sorry for the language. But yeah, no, I think it's going to be interesting. I think they've got plenty. We've obviously seen them. They all managed to sit there and, sit backstage and go, ooh, whenever somebody, says something relevant. But it's so, I'm interested in when they're going to do it and who's involved. That's really because they're still so very vague. I'm not saying I'm not excited. I just want to see who's involved.
Well, it's going to be a lot of people we don't really know, right? Like it's going to be like last time of like the Valkyrias and the, even going back when we didn't really know who Rhea Ripley was, and
but you still had those, at least those murmurs, those, hey, you should look out for this person and this.
Maybe a little, but
at least once they announced it.
Yeah, I think we're definitely going to have an influx of developmental talent. So it'll be very, it's just, it's depth. It's building depth. And that's one of Triple H's mandates since he's tried to take over. Some mixed reviews on that. But I definitely think that he's trying to come up with, again, building depth. We just saw 5 tag teams on the screen in NXT tag team division. That's not all of them. Like he's building something.
I like this match with arms wide open.
Nick's favorite.
Win. Rocco saying, "I'm back, guys. What did I miss?"
The show.
So then you watch us after, and then you go and start at the beginning, and then watch up till now. That's what you do.
What has happened as of late? Not much though. Valkyria got a win over Dana. Dana, listen. I don't know what the fuck they're doing with Dana. And I saw.
You left me for that. You have fun.
I know. I'm such a dick, actually. But I will say this, and we've said it before.
Don't worry. Then I'm going to do this.
Okay. But yeah, no, Dana definitely. Listen, people defended Dana. She's a hard worker. They're all working hard. Everybody that tries to do something generally is working kind of hard to accomplish that. I don't care that she's a hard worker. You have to get yourself over. It's like saying, like somebody that can't sing, well, you should go to her concert and cheer for them because they're trying really hard to sing. But if you can't sing, you can't sing. And Dana can't do it. She can't get herself over, mostly because she's been doing the same thing for a decade. Just get into the heel. And I know they're flirting with it now. Just do it. Get it over with. And maybe it will work. Maybe there's already enough there that you can dig into it. I don't know. We'll find out. I'm back. What I missed? Facts. Steve. What did Steve say? Gamer. I didn't think that. Oh, I got that. Welcome to this place. I'll show you everything. I'm not singing. I'll let it go. Nice C-Money, though. There you go. With arms wide open. Yeah, I think we missed that before that. We should have put them together. I wish the WWE kept Killer Kelly on roster. Why? I mean, I get it, but I mean, at some point, at this point, what would you do with Killer Kelly in 2023? You're going one-on-one with The Undertaker. Holla, holla. I wish. Speaking of bringing people back, KJ, Becky doesn't need it. NXT title. Stop trying to put everything on just a few people. I don't think they're trying to put just a few things on everybody. I like the idea that she's never had it. So could they give it to her? Yeah, they could. But will she keep it long term? I don't see it being a thing. I think this is a chance to see where Tiffany Stratton is. This is almost a tryout, a test. Can Tiffany go? Will Becky come back through the apron or back through the curtain and say to Shawn Michaels and say to people, that Tiffany girl, she's got it. That's what I think this is ultimately about. I don't think it's about the title, but could they put the belt on Becky just to say Becky finally had it? They could. But if nothing else, it's a reason to have the match, which I do love. But I got Roxy and 3 undescript women. And 2 more. Oh. Salute champs. What's up, Fred? How you doing? Welcome back. Oh shit, I'm ready for it. The best Dana was before she got moved up the main roster. She didn't have silver hair. I never, not even in NXT.
Well, I don't have silver hair, but sorry.
There you go. Well, I might. I believe we're getting an NXT return. That's my prediction. Cora Jade. I don't even like her.
Well, I don't know. You can have that. But I got that. Roxanne back with who? I'm still Jenny from the block.
It's
used to get built, but now I don't.
Your Lopez's friend. Help me out here.
I don't know.
Hey,
Ron.
KJ, bingo. The only thing
at No Mercy, we're getting Braun Breaker versus Baron Corbin in a battle of the bees. Wu-Tang Killer Bees on the block.
Right. Killer Bees on the block.
Carmelo versus Ilja in holy shit, let's go match.
I'm digging these graphics for No Mercy.
Dirty Dom Mysterio versus Mustafa.
I think it's ridiculous that the Dirty Dom.
Somewhere Dutch Mantel is just twisting his mustache in fury.
Right. It's bullshit.
He's like, I'm the only dirty. I'm Dirty Dan.
Who's going to take on Noam Dar?
Ooh. Interessante.
Will it be Pete Dunne?
Well, it would be Butch, but I feel like if it is Butch, he loses. Because then I think whoever does it does a run in NXT.
Right. I think Nathan Frazier run into the ring. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, I think it could be Tyler Bate.
Tyler Bate's a good shout. You have a main roster, but what are you going to do, everyone?
Sometimes I know we're live enough that words, they fight to come out of my fucking mouth.
No, I think I get this.
That's what happened of just this man. They were racing to come out of there and they didn't all come out right.
I think Charles is saying because I said he's building depth, but let's be real, guys. We talk every week about a 3-hour show that doesn't get filled. Pause. So, I mean, depth is a good thing. And when people talk a lot about, it's just rinse and repeat, we see the same people. Exactly. So you got to find a way to build this up. You need
that's
the future.
What I'll ask you before, if you take a pause for the cause here. How did you feel about Raw last night?
I liked Raw last night. I gave it a decent mark. I gave it a decent grade. I thought the matches were decent that we got. I thought the Nia surprise was worth it. And
I think Monday Night Raw is moving in the right direction. It's not always your greatest cup of tea, especially when you've got 3 hours to fill, like you said.
Yeah. And if you're showing up for 3 hours of hardcore matches and blood and tables broken and barbed wire, you're tuning into the wrong show.
Well, and if you do that every week, looking at you, Tony Khan and John Moxley, your fandom, your fan base is going to burn the fuck out, and that's going to become complacent.
Yeah. And again,
versus we have 4 to 5 different stories that all could go 4 to 5 different ways, and we don't know exactly where.
Zach says a lot of the women we see in the backstage will be in the breakout tournament. Facts.
Yep.
50-50 split all the way. Okay.
Who you got? Frazier.
Tozawa's going to win.
Tozawa?
The ninja.
No Omos, though. I'll take Nathan Frazier as he misses Tozawa misses the tornado kick.
Did you see all the future OnlyFans girls in the locker room? No comment.
Mandy Rose, Paige Van Zandt.
I believe Nikita Lyons is close to returning as far as her health goes. I think more and more, I think she put out a video yesterday or today, Nick, where she was like purposely dancing and showing off her leg movement.
Well, because she's also musical, by the way.
Yeah. But she and she
looks like
she actually looks like
Tozawa.
Yeah.
That's the first and last time you'll ever hear that call.
Right. Corbin versus Breaker at No Mercy. Yes, sir. It's going to be a good one.
Right.
Tiffany Stratton gets as much heat as possible in your match tonight. Yeah, I'd burn it down. Take as much heat as you can possibly get. If she cheats to win, it would be great for her.
She hits a belt shot, hits prettiest moonsault ever, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I don't see it.
So you're in the camp that Becky wins.
Oh, Frazier just jobbed Tozawa.
Let's go, like I said.
Let's go. No, I think there's something more at play here, but I don't see Tiffany just outright pinning. Yeah, maybe if she hits her with a belt or cheats, maybe. But it's going to take something like that.
I steal. I cheat, I steal.
Ooh. Was I even talking to you? Who?
I mean, we kind of host. we're kind of the reason you're watching. So, I mean, if you're not talking to us, then maybe clarify.
Yeah. Alexa wants to win the NXT champion. She was. I don't think she cares about it.
Becky's the only one especially out of the 4 horsewomen who hasn't won the NXT Women's Championship.
Right. Oh, where are we going? Dana never had it. She was typical blonde Barbie, nothing special. She doesn't have a personality, guys. She lacks.
Yeah. Dana Brooke is what everyone thinks Tiffany Stratton is.
Yes. Tiffany Stratton found the personality, found a way.
It has the athleticism, has the character, has the development, has the charisma, has all the intangibles.
Right. Got that one. Keep it coming, folks. Zach says, got that one. Poor Tozawa. He's just enhancement talent, guys. He's there to make the other guys look better.
Right. Tiffany for the win with help. From who? From who, Vance? When is the belt on the line again? AB will be the next pay-per-view, sir. So, honestly, that's a good question of what is the next pay-per-view, or do we want to? I'll say this, and you can have that at however you want. At the show that they do at Arthur Ashe at Grand Slam.
Yep.
That's when it's on the line again. MJF's putting his belt on the line against Samoa Joseph. We're having title versus title between Eddie Kingston and Claudio on there. They're treating that, they're booking that as much as like a pay-per-view as they can.
Yep.
So I would say that's where it fits.
I'm not going to dive too far into this, Smile Mark. You're going to have to rewind to watch our take on all that, but you are completely wrong. Straight up, just wrong. To say she has no talent is ignorant. Becky for the win.
No, that's just in there.
Look, I actually had a fan today on social media make a comment to me that I really appreciated. And she had a very good point. She said, if Nia Jax was 105 pounds, blonde with nice boobs and all the fucking usual shit we get, nobody would blink an eye. It's the fact that she's different, unique, and not the conventional that people choose to shit on her. And that's a woman's perspective. And I think that's valid.
So, yeah, she does the fucking spooky eyes, the shifty eyes, like they're the Simpsons dog. But yeah, well, that's kind of a given, though. That's the thing, is you have to kind of go within your element and everything. Like I get a bit of what you were saying with that, but at the same time, the Big Show has to act a certain way, and at times has been halfway ruined because of it's just the nature of the beast. Sometimes you got to go roll with the cards you're dealt.
Yeah. She doesn't do Hurricane Rana. She sucks. Yeah, not true.
Well, anyway. That's are you quoting Dave Meltzer there or Brian Alvarez? Which one?
Oh, I never quote either one of those two.
Well, that was that.
I'm on I will not like anything that they touch. I will not report anything.
I will not have your wrestling observer now, Sam Meltzer. I will not read you, Alvarez.
Right. Main event up next. Let's go. Becky. Becky wins via count out. See, money with a twist. I like it.
But she doesn't win the bout then.
I'm okay with that.
I'll take that.
That'd be a good out. And I still think this sets up No Mercy.
Really? I fear that you're right, but I fear that we don't set up No Mercy unless Becky wins and then we get the rematch, because you're not going to do Becky loses and then she challenges her at No Mercy and then loses again.
Mm-hmm. I don't think WWE is going to send down one of their top talents, somebody that's going to challenge.
Just came off the Trish feud, by the way. Just came off the Trish feud.
But I don't think she's going to go down to developmental and just get pinned lickety split. I don't see it.
But does her having such a big moment of she finally won the one title that's evaded her just kind of instantly poo-poo and just cut the legs out of Tiffany?
No, because she's young and she's developing. And you would expect, like, if this was on paper, like, think of any other sport, the vet should put the beating on the rookie. 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, but so then you have the rookie come back at No Mercy and take it.
She'd have to find a way. She would. I think the only way it works is if there is some type of shenanigan. But I also think maybe Tiffany is closer to that door and heading up than we think. And I think this is a trio.
I'll 100%. This is a fucking trio. Come to the trios. One especially of how we talked about it, of naming off the Raw women's roster. Say if Tiffany goes to SmackDown and now she's there with, you get Tiffany and Charlotte in the same locker room, and you've got her there with, well, is Bianca Raw or SmackDown? Then again, it doesn't matter at this point. You got Io, you've got Bayley, etc. That's already a pretty good locker room. You've got Shotzi going on now. That's a pretty good locker room to be in.
Yep. No, I agree. And again, I think what we're seeing here, we talk about Tiffany Stratton, we talk about Carmelo Hayes, we talk about Braun Breaker. The future looks really good for WWE. And I actually saw something online that really made me intrigued the other day when you talk about AEW. Oh, Ali looking all prim and proper.
By the way, can you just agree with me that that's the bassist, the guitarist, the drummer? She was a member of the Muppets band, is who's interviewing. The blonde one with the fucking beanie is the one that's interviewing.
I see what you're saying. Yep. I like it.
Yeah.
That's funny as hell. It took a second.
Vitamins will do that.
Do you think that AEW right now on paper has a bit of a problem because Jericho's...
Which problem?
Well, I'm about to explain. Jericho's over the moon. They got rid of CM Punk. Brian's got 1 year left. We've already proven that at least two of the pillars aren't what they think they are. Their main event future is kind of in like they don't feel like they have the
clock's
wall
ticking and no one knows it except for
like the sand through the
the
hourglass. You were about
outsiders.
to be fucked.
100%. The restock the shelves is coming up a lot quicker than they thought. And like I said, no one realizes it because everyone's so happy that they're on the fucking bus.
Yeah.
Of like you said, of even right there, say if you want to go full fucking shooters, I've got Dragon Lee backstage right now with Mustafa Ali. We got Lee on Lee action. But if MJF just decides, fuck this, I know where I'm going to make some real money.
Who's at the door there?
I don't know, but if this man's fucking limo blows up, Vince McMahon's got something behind this.
Oh, that's his girl.
I told myself I'm not going to No Mercy. Why would she be there? Why the fuck would she be there? Hey, girl, I'm about to quit my job. When have you ever quit a job on like mid-shift and your girl shows up to send you off as you quit your job? What the fuck?
Is that Blair? What is happening?
I don't know, but if you couldn't tell by the hoodie and the orange hair coming out the sides of it, that's Gigi attacking Claire Davenport. Yeah, worst kept secret there. I'm fine with it though because I like this. Those are two fantastic fucking female wrestlers that are right now on NXT. Go ahead.
They're doing a great job with the ladies in this
next week. By the way, sorry, Carmelo versus Dirty Dom, champion versus champion. Lad. I don't know if championships are on the line, but we're getting at least champion versus champion. 100%, like we said, of NXT is going for the fucking the jugular, going for the fucking goozle. Dynamite.
La 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 Lola. That's who that is. Now we know who it is. Lola Grace.
La 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 la. La 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 la. I'm still Lola from the blog.
Oh, that's awesome.
Then we've got Tyler Bate versus Butch in Group A next week, and we've got Joe Coffey versus Duke Hudson. Like I said, NXT
that's gonna be a good one.
Point, if you aren't watching NXT, I feel bad for you at this point because you're missing out on arguably the best pro wrestling show of the week.
It has been solid, man. Last week was great. This week is great. Next week's looking great. They want to beat Dynamite in the ratings. I don't give a fuck what anybody tells me.
Oh, like I said, they're going for the jugular. They're now, all right, so we've already found the fucking chink in the armor. So now we're going for the neck. Now we're going for the head. This is Thor going at Thanos here. You should have gone for the head. Well, we're going for the coke head, but we're still going for a head. Pause.
Right. Bonker saying Pete Dunne or Tyler Bate wins. So my pick and your pick, one of the two.
There we go.
Better moonsault, Tiffany Stratton or Kurt Angle. Oh, man. You can't go against Kurt, can you?
Kurt Angle, Tiffany it's the prettiest. It's not the best.
Yeah, there you go. When she does it off a cage, we'll talk about it.
All right. See Money saying NXT Women's Division is the best booked overall, in my opinion. Now, as you're an Impact guy, that's arguable. That's the 1A to 1B contention.
In 2023, and I think I see a lot of fans talk about it. I know Luna and my buddy Anthony are going to kind of maybe grr at me for this. In 2023, the NXT women's have been better, but it's neck and neck. I mean, the AEW is not even in the conversation. And WWE has its moments, but at least there's something happening with the women. You might not love all of it, but there's something happening. And it's not just shitty matches. There's backstage fights. There's angles.
To me, it's the definition of a division to where there's layers, as we like to see. I got a track reference to that. As if you're talking about layers, NXT has layers. Impact has layers. Monday Night Raw is starting to develop those layers. We see the cakes adding up on those layers.
Yeah. And the only reason why I say the Knockouts division lately has been a bit of a dip, Nick, is they went through a change, right? Mickey left, Chelsea left, Deanna was out for a while, Jordan was out for a while. But what an entrance. This is going to look good on Raw.
100%.
I won't
Friday Night SmackDown, because I wanted to be here for Friday Night SmackDown. That way I don't miss a goddamn second.
Right.
She's about to win, my guy. if she doesn't win, like I said, you might be closing out this stream by your goddamn self.
I'll be shocked if she can win. I'm not saying she can't, but I'd be shocked. I'm curious. Like again, good.
She will because like you were just saying. Look at what probably is the ratings right now. Is we've also got almost 70 people right now watching along with us and everything like that. Which, by the way, if you haven't done so already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, be a friend, tell a friend, because we do this for anything and everything. But absolutely, they have stacked this to where this is a fucking mini pay-per-view. This is their Quake in the Lake, their Heat Wave, whatever. They don't need to fucking throw a fucking intangible nickname on it.
They went back to what they were doing when they were black and gold. It didn't matter what was going on.
It's white and gold now.
Yeah. It was just what you have to deliver in the ring. Give us good shit in the ring. Will it, like me? I quit NXT because I couldn't get my head around the soap opera bullshit and the kiddie play. But once they started delivering in the ring, you can ignore some of the shit you don't love. You don't have to like 100% of everything.
By the way, as Becky's even as she gets announced, and she's even pointing out to the crowd of them chanting "Big Time Bex," and she's doing the don't do the Aaron Rodgers taunt because we saw how that worked. This match is gonna last fucking 4 plays, 4 moves.
Oh no! If Tiffy blows a fucking Achilles, you're gonna have a bad night.
I will be done. You will not see me till Friday. I can guarantee fucking goddamn team that.
Right.
But yeah, no. Even Tiffany out here with the Barbie entrance and everything like that, like she's meant for you to not like her.
Yeah,
but she's that goddamn good that
she's
you can't
got it.
Deny her. That's the difference.
She has it. She's got a presence. She's got an attitude. Even just her introduction there, the spin, the confidence,
the vibe right now, just at there. Like even just watching this, the vibe has changed. This feels like we're watching a pay-per-view match right now.
It's got a vibe. It definitely does. Big Time Bex in the house.
Right.
This is why I refer to AEW as WWE 2.0. Yes, AEW is in trouble, basically, depending on you. WWE casts off instead of developing their own talent other than MJF. But they didn't really develop MJF. MJF is just that damn good.
MJF has the problem of being so good at everything that they have him do everything. But this is why I've said for the longest time that this is WCW. Look at the adjective. LA Knight.
Good start to the match.
Leg sweep.
Oh, I like it.
Oh, I very much think there's going to be moments in this match to where I know I feel bad because we probably unless we've got a good runoff, we've only got about 7 minutes.
Well, somebody said there's about
going to be
8
some
minutes.
moments where Becky's kind of just dog walking her a little bit.
Going for the disarmer, not today. Yeah, I think there's going to almost without fail, NXT goes a few minutes over.
Well, still, the fact that we're up against it lends more credence to your thought than mine.
True. Wesley quitting is breaking news. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, or at least to where, say, if Becky wins, she wins and doesn't win the title or anything like that. Like, we may not see a title change, but yeah.
The Cora Jade thing, I mean, if that happens, I'll give shout out to the chat, but the Cora Jade thing's got me intrigued. Because, you know,
Cora Jade and Bob Breaker are just the show up and fuck shit up couple.
Pause.
But
yeah. Wesley
that
quitting.
Couple that's giving you the side eye from the end of the bar. What?
Right. Hanging Becky up on the rope. Wesley quitting is breaking news. Absolutely, AB. But remember, if he was genuinely quitting, they don't follow him around with the camera and ask him questions. So we'll see where this goes. Like Nick asked, what do you do with Wesley now? And right now, it's in the works.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
I lost Tiffy, audio. Did you lose audio?
You're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, Tiffy. Hey, Tiffy.
Well, 10 minutes left. Okay, we'll see.
I was going to say, I'm in commercial. And would they really, unless this is going to end super sideways, and I hate that we're going to a commercial with 5 minutes left.
It's a piss off.
Yeah, so we're going to get maybe 3 minutes left before we top of the hour.
Yeah, a big pet peeve. And again, you make your commercials stand out when you put them in bad spots. You want to run all the commercials. If you wanted this commercial, you could have easily had an additional commercial earlier. And that's
I was going to say, I know we believe in kayfabe a bit and everything like that, but at the same time, you know how this fucker is going to plan out and everything like that. You know moments like you can book that, you can fucking fit this shit in better. You just choose not to.
Yeah, it's bullshit. Well, because they know they got so many eyes during the main event, but it bothers me. Sometimes you got to worry about the fans that consistently watch. Wesley joins Bobby Lashley. It is a possibility.
Oh.
I love it. Gigi and Davenport.
Right.
Wesley could get the call up. Very interesting, but it would be funny. Do you go to kind of like moping as like the sad guy who can't win in developmental and then show up at the big show?
But well, to me, it's one of those. Let's look at it honestly.
A lot of people think
two mid cards are kind of even stacked up as it is. IC belt, you've got Gable going for it. US belt, you've got either Austin Theory or Escobar going for it. So you already got a little bit of a logjam forming there. You've already clearly got it at the world championship level because you've got Nakamura versus Seth, and you've got Roman's the outlier, but don't tell me you're going to do Wesley versus Roman Reigns.
No, that's not even close.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So if he goes up, then he just ends up in that abyss of you're Ricochet. You're going to be in a tag team with Ricochet for the fucking unified belts or something.
You become Cedric Alexander.
Ooh, yeah.
Let's be real.
I want to still always put some respect on Shelton Benjamin with the gold standard because I love that, and still he had the best spot of eating that fucking slingshot super kick. But still, you're not wrong at all, sir.
Right, Tiffy, baby, Luna Havoc. I hope you're enjoying it tonight. And if you did not see Luna Havoc watching WrestleMania 2, it's out now. Go check that out, and she will be back for the rest of the WrestleManias. She's going to watch them all.
1 little, 2 little, 3 little Mania, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little Mania. But yeah, 100%. We're going to the Tiffy top here. I have a Tiffany epiphany that Tiffany is winning tonight.
Yeah, I agree. I think a couple people, this is kind of the out that I'm now really leaning on. I really think this could be the out, is Becky wins by DQ or Tiffy wins by DQ.
Yeah, fair enough. As we get a 2 count, well, it's going to be one of those of, then it does set up the match for No Mercy, which fine. I'm just more of interested of how. Like, that's the thing, is more of Tiffany's not been one that she openly has cheated or anything like that, or tried to, take like a belt shot or anything. And if Becky has to show that she had to go into the bag of tricks to make sure she at least tried to come up as the victor, then that's definitely putting Tiffany over, even if she takes the L. Two count.
NXT always ends at 10:08 on a Tuesday night. Dale, you think we'd learn that by now?
Well, the vitamins put time in a different perspective. Time is just a construct, man.
Right. AB, thank you for the pink waving hands, by the way. We appreciate the super sticker. Would you mind see Wesley Ricochet tag team? The fucking hell.
Get out of my mind.
Right.
I charge rent to be living in my fucking mind. God damn it. I don't get picture again.
On my provider, I don't get picture in picture. I get full out commercials.
Well, you get that full on action. So you get that double XL.
Right. The Brazilian convict is still on the lam. That's hilarious. This guy's crafty.
He's going to start signing up to be fucking running back for the fucking Pittsburgh Steelers because no one can catch this motherfucker. But I've got Becky setting up a superplex on the top rope here. And I just wanted to draw attention of Luna throwing out, I think, her first ever. She popped her cherry pause, with her first ever throwing out a pause in the chat.
Now, if we can get Luna to teach Big Dog how to use it properly.
I was going to say, you're doing better than Big Dog. You got it down a little bit more than him.
What the fuck?
How you know that's the the password of in here is when we're speaking in code.
And we're officially heading into overtime, folks.
I hate this because the last time we went in overtime, I'm getting flashbacks. Last time somebody I was cheering for went in overtime, we fucking lost.
Armbar.
Well, we got a swanton there from Tiffany as we're getting a fucking.
Do you got the submission hold right now?
Yes, I do right now. I have it. I swear to God, if she does, you're wrapping up. I'll say my shit and walk off. I'm dead serious. It's going to be a shit start to my week.
Boston, I disagree. Becky's not the target right now. You send her after. You got to send her after the big ladies.
Pause.
Breaking news: CM Punk debuted another name in DWL.
She's gonna Rampage Jackson. Hurricane Rana.
I just got the hip thrust. I think you're behind me. Oh, we got the stomps to the chest.
I just got the hip thrust up there.
Tell me when you get the stomps to the chest and the 1-2.
I just got I got the hip thrust on the rope there. I thought I got a different hip thrust.
Stomp to the chest.
Got the stomp on the chest there. 1, 2 count.
There we go. Oh my God, I wish I was on the top. Down boys.
Hey, that's still not the worst probably comment we've gotten.
No, not at all.
So if there's any like Gatorade kind of company or any hydration company that wants to sponsor us, 100%, I think we got the perfect market for you.
Gatorade. Becky doesn't do it for me anymore. She's become irrelevant to me. I only liked her man run. Pause. I think she needs to go back to the man. But she's not big time Bex anymore.
Two count.
Gilly, I understand, and I feel like a lot of people had this opinion, but she got away from that. And she's kind of characters have to evolve and change.
Hybrid,
right?
Hybrid, yeah. Evolution.
I think Becky's great. I have no issues with Becky.
To quote Triple H, Randy Orton, Ric Flair, and it wasn't Batista who they had before there. Who was it that they were going to initially have in there?
Say it again. Jindrak?
For Evolution.
O'Hare?
Yeah, no, it wasn't O'Hare. It was anyways.
Morgan.
I was going to start just quoting Evolution is a mystery, and I fucked up the joke.
Was it? Oh, okay. You got it. You stepped on your own toes.
Exactly. It wasn't Stasiak. It wasn't
Sean O'Hare.
No, it wasn't Sean O'Hare.
Mark Jindrak.
It wasn't Jindrak. It was Jindrak.
It was Jindrak. Yeah, it was one of the two.
As she's now climbing the remnants of the Thunderdome with this little plexiglass barricade here.
And I completely agree, AB. So does Nick.
Oh, we're gonna get an elbow. What?
Look at Booker.
Into the abdominal. And again, they've gotten their announce tables from Japan because they won't fucking break.
Didn't budge.
And she does it again. One,
and again, if you watch this
I made noises.
Disarmer!
No, disarmer!
Do it!
No!
Do it!
I'm gonna be done here.
Tap!
No!
Tap,
No! I'm Dana Bryan right now.
Dude, there's one guy in the audience doing what you're doing.
Rope break. Oh, she's gonna get it locked. Oh, and Tiffany pulls her up. Oh, come on. Oh. High kick.
No, Tiffany's got it.
Y'all can have this. I'm having a moment. Y'all can have this.
Tiffany is hanging with Becky 100%. And Becky, again, showing you that, like, we saw some stuff. We're seeing some things out of Becky that we don't always see on a Raw.
1, 2. Two count.
Tiff is becoming Char before our very eyes. Char? Oh, Charlotte. I hope that's a compliment. It is a compliment. She's the best ever did it.
Well, and that's like you were just saying and everything that you read in the comments and everything of 100%. This is as much as this is, Becky, kind of getting a bit of her moment. This is she's giving it back, and Tiffany's getting out looking like $1 million coming out of this. This is awesome. This, as we're 5 minutes over.
Yeah. Becky, and that's what I love about Becky. She hasn't been in the forefront. She had a side story with Trish. Now she's on NXT, and then people are like, "Why is she going to NXT?" Because you don't want her always in the forefront.
What would be cool is if Charlotte Flair could do something like this.
Amen. Didn't she?
No. Well, she did, and then it became Rhea Ripley. So I mean, that's a good fucking.
Oh, the prettiest moonsault missed.
No, man.
Manhandle slam. It's over.
No.
Yeah, new.
Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is all authentic. When you're talking about the wrestling, you better put that full life.
I told you. The vet has to take it. Nick is going to go cry a river. Cry me a river. Called it. Becky Lynch is your new NXT Women's Champion. That is amazing. Nick having a bad Monday. Nick having a bad Tuesday. But the Irish Lass is your new NXT champion. And this will set up a rematch at some point. But this also could set up Tiffany's call-up.
I want a rematch immediately.
Immediately.
I had to go and find my fucking hat there for half a second after I fucking rage quit.
I thought you were done.
Up in the fucking bleachers there. Well, I can't do you like that. I can't do you like that and just, up and leave. But
what a beautiful
fucking
Becky politicking Lynch. Come on, Chris. You really think it's politics?
I get it.
Don't be silly.
This is a bad week. My birthday's next week, and we
need a better week
series
next
of
week.
Unfortunate events right now.
It's darkest before dawn, buddy.
It is darkest before the light. Fucking Bills lost. I swear to God, if the Yankees lost today, the fucking Red Sox. And then now we've got fucking Tiffany losing.
And again,
I'll give her credit of if there's someone to fucking put over and to put you over, it's Becky Lynch. Yeah. But God fucking damn it.
Tiffany to the main roster, very possible. Please. I like it. But you got to remember, if you're trying to push the numbers on NXT, Dom coming down, and actually, if they come down and everyone that comes down just loses like Corbin, then no one cares when they come down. You need some of them to win. And Dom won, Becky wins. Now when you sell No Mercy, it's an easier sell. We talked about it, even on this channel. 70 plus people talking to us because Becky's on the TV right now.
Right. Well, and then Daniel's saying, hey, she said something here. Probably like, you did good, kid. You did good, kid. Grand Slam champ? I believe so now at this point. Well, no, has she had a tag team title player?
Yes, I believe so. I think she's got them all now. This was the one that she eluded her.
How fitting that the two Irishmen or Irish people, Irish persons of Finn and then Becky proceed to turn around and become Grand Slam champs. Last kicker.
But that's it, folks. That is your show. We will take a rating out of 10. I know.
Worst NXT ever.
What?
BS ending, boo-boo. See, I have my people.
Okay. Now let's take your opinions.
I get it. Yeah, outside of that, 100%. I get it. I get it.
If that was wrestler A and wrestler B, it was a good match.
I get it.
It was good wrestling.
Right, but I gotta sell the fucking gimmick.
7. Becky was tag team champion with Lita. True. That's it. Like the one title that eluded her. 10 out of 10. Bobby feeling it. 7.5 out of 10. Yeah. Well, why was the ending BS, Vance? Other than the person that maybe you didn't want to win.
That's why.
Why is it BS?
I have my people.
Right? Why is it BS? It was a good ending to a good match.
You didn't have that. That's why I had to have my moment. And I was like, no, I gotta come back. I gotta do my, you're sitting on the sidelines where the other team's got their fucking confetti shooting off and everything.
Take your moment.
God, fucking
NXT, 10 out of 10, 7 matches in 2 hours. Chef's kiss.
That was a fucking big ass chef's kiss.
I'm fucking in. I got big lip.
Hey, pause.
Grand Slam.
You can have that. Moving on.
Hot table leg drop looks silly. I thought it was all right.
No, he said hat table. There's a difference.
Oh, hat table.
He's talking
the table.
About...
We needed to break.
Well, sorry.
I didn't say anything.
6 out of 10, 10 out of 10 stream, 100%. Well, that's what we do.
There you go. Keyshawn giving some support.
I need emotional support people right now.
I need a hero.
Let's look at this. If
Back to
my Bills, my Yankees, and my Tiffany all lose within like 48 hours of each other. What the fuck is going on in my life?
You're gonna have to start cheering.
I'm like, I'm Jim Carrey from fucking Dumb and Dumber. Our pets' heads are falling off.
7-0. AV runs the gambit tonight. Good for you. I think someone else did too. But anyway, 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. I don't know what that means, so I'm gonna skip it.
Oh, I don't know what you're looking at, so I'm gonna go. We got 7 out of 10. Steph is gonna be very happy for her.
Yes.
Accusations.
Gold everywhere.
8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 7 out of 10. Becky will boost ratings, then put over a Tiff later. Yes, I do get that's what's going to happen, but I can be bad in the goddamn moment, right?
I called it, and I'm happy about it. More than
of course you are, you fucker. If you want viewers on NXT, Becky is a girl. She might get some viewer. Right?
Might. I guarantee she got more viewers. It's not
right now. You sit there and you advertise next week with NXT with everything you got lined up to it, and you advertise, "Hey, guess who's your NXT Women's Champion is now for the foreseeable future until she loses it, going to be on weekly NXT television, much like Dom is Becky Lynch."
Bring back Nikita to beat Becky. That's interesting.
I'd almost be fine with it because he'd be a wagon off. Becky Lynch just got a pick 6 off of Josh Allen right there.
No. Before you say anything, that was a punt return.
Y'all just wanting to watch my blood pressure go up on fucking.
We can see it.
That's what it really is. Right. That's
8 for NXT.
Waiting for the fucking cornet moment is what it is.
Fuck all of you.
Fuck you. Thank you. Fuck you. Bye.
7 Irish coffee out of 10 Irish cream. Pause on the creamy part.
I like this with Trevor saying 8 and sorry, Nick, but she's the man. 2.5 hours, 7.5 out of 10. Nick, that's right. Yes. I'm down with you. Then again, if it's only 2 people, does it count as a riot?
No, but it'd be fun to watch.
I think that's why they tune into me. Just they want to see me fucking in pain.
I truthfully thought it was going to end up in some type of no contest. Like my true
it ended in the worst result it could have happened for me.
But when she hit the minute she fell into that manhandle slam, I was like, it's done.
I was like, son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm. Huge win for Becky. 7 out of 10.
It's the second you saw that fucking punt return just go out to the outside, and then you saw the punter that just did like, and you're like, well, this is over now.
Right. With some BS in between, like, and to Victor, I agree with that. Like, if you didn't have the guy whipping the tree, it might have helped. But I mean, I agree. I think when you have 7 solid matches, you ignore the bullshit.
Can we at least agree that Dijak is the worst lumberjack in history? He's trying to chop down a tree with a fucking belt. Most people use an axe, a hatchet, at least a fucking knife. A pocket knife might be more effective than a belt. Even Cody's weight belt might be more effective than what he was fucking using.
Is it even PG to have a guy beating his wood on TV? 9 out of 10, Becky Lynch.
I'm more mad that I didn't think of that.
Is it bad? 9 out of 10, Becky Lynch became 6th woman in his 6th.
6 times, no 5 times, no 5 times, 6 times, 6 times.
7 out of 10. Becky holds the belt for 1 year. Oh no, you're gonna piss everybody off.
You don't like me. That's what that is you don't like me.
Oh fuck. Did Becky Lynch win?
Now you're just asking because you're just trying to rub salt in the fucking wound. I like Blaze here of saying 2 people is a riot. Well, I'm still waiting for AB to get back on me if 2 people is a fucking parade in New Orleans, so we'll figure that out too.
3 picks and a punt return.
Y'all want me to not be
when it rains, it pours.
Seriously. You know what? Y'all ain't gonna see me till Friday. You can have that.
He's gonna be recovering. 3 picks and a punt return. Got that one. Let's save those trees. Yeah, I mean, hey. You can beat up each other. Leave the trees alone, man.
Right. Like, what did that tree ever do to you, Dijak?
Right.
Like that's not the tree that made you part of, the Ollie's group and everything like that. You don't need to whip it.
Yeah, I would. Pause. I was on pause, funny enough, when that happened. And part of me thought when he like whipped the tree that Eddie was gonna like react, like he felt it.
No,
like,
no, that's even worse. That's going too far. That's going down.
Oh shit! I knocked my.
You might get in trouble if you do something like that. Let's not move that. Let's not do that. We'll move on.
I'm going to read this one. I like it a lot. But thank you guys for being here every night. I work 24/7 and I love wrestling. I can't watch it, so I tune in and it makes it better. Thank you so much, Blaze. We love doing this shit, man. If you can't tell, like with the laughs, like I got a tear in my eye. I'm laughing so hard. He's got a tear in his eye for a different reason, but
well, trust me, I literally almost walked off for a second. Y'all would have been just talking to KJ here for a hot minute, 100%. But no, that's the thing is we 100% love what we do, and that's the thing is every time we get any sort of a comment like that, that's why any of the super chats 100% go back into the channel. Literally, this is the fucking. At times, the funnest shit of the fucking day for us, if not the funnest shit of the week. So 100%. I'm just glad that we can make it as enjoyable for us as it is for y'all.
No, we appreciate it because if y'all didn't show up, it would just be a 2-man Zoom meeting every.
We still be here. Don't worry, we still be here.
But no, we appreciate that. 10 out of 10. I was watching Trish's cage match from Payback. Listen, that cage match was great. Might have been the match of the night. Becky has done it all. She may retire. AB, that's the compromise here. All right, you're done enough. Go home.
No, she didn't tear fucking Achilles, so.
Oh, shit. Becky versus Dana Brooke. Book it. Oh.
No. You're trying to make me madder than I already am?
Yeah, no. Well, Green Bay dodged one there. Woo. Easy. Oh, son of a bitch.
No, I think the best one in side note is what fucking KJ sent me earlier today where it was Aaron Rodgers in the first quarter. It was Shane McMahon when he does the fucking leapfrog spot and then just all of a sudden lands and just, nope, it ain't there.
Nope. Yeah, that's kind of what it was. Like the Shane McMahon moment of like,
4 plays.
4 plays. Son of a bitch. There was 81,000 people at NXT for the return of Becky Lynch.
What in the name of Wembley?
I would love to see 81,000 people in the Performance Center.
Oh my god! Well, I know we have a few fans that have been there live and everything, so we can ask: was there 81,000?
Right. Becky, big time. Lynch gets the title that eluded her. Brandon, I agree. I'm happy about it. Whipping a free.
I don't know, but apparently happiness is eluding me tonight. Like those past couple of days here. Just everything I like loses.
Are you ready for Jeff Jarrett versus MJF tomorrow? No, that's not a thing.
Don't fucking say that. Now you're just trying to piss
Jeff
me
Jarrett
off.
beats MJF tomorrow. Nick might have to
I'm done with wrestling. I am done with wrestling. You will never see me again. Enjoy me while you've got me, because if somehow Jeff Jarrett leaves AW World Champ, I know that that's in complete fantasy, but if that happens, I will never be here again.
Yeah. This is a great comment, and I agree. Tiffany is outstanding. I know what's getting lost in here, and we're having a lot of fun with the fact that she did lose, but I think she's outstanding. She's beautiful. She has a presence. And tonight, again, when we watched her at that pay-per-view and she struggled against Thea Hale, this is a rebuttal of, yeah, Thea couldn't help her. But when you put her in with a pro, a seasoned pro, she looked beautiful. And
100%, absolutely, and I'm glad. Yeah, thank you for that, because that's 100% of that was still, as much as it was. We're continuing something here. That was still also a little bit of a tree out. How are you gonna handle being on the main roster when you can go against somebody like this and like that and everything?
Yeah.
And there was not a misstep. There was not a miscue. There was. Everything felt fluid. Everything we even said it before the match happened. The tone changed on the stream, in the arena, everything. The fucking atmosphere in the universe felt different.
No, I agree. And I can't wait. I know there's one guy in particular out there that's going to be, they gave the fucking belt to. This is so good.
How much does then that's when I ask him, how much do clothes cost in the Matrix?
Right. KJ, Nick, do you guys see the photos and the tweet JoJo put out?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I'll be 100% honest with you guys. Full disclosure, I pulled that up today. I saw it and I started reading it, and I cried like a bitch. I literally tears streamed reading anything of that heartfelt and that passionate. You can't imagine what JoJo's going through, or maybe some of us can, but that's why you say love somebody every day. Like that's I'm lost for words, but yeah, it broke my heart to read those words.
Well, absolutely, and I will shout out probably the last thing we'll say on any of this.
Last call, folks.
Much like friend of the channel Stevie Richards even said she's a former ring announcer and everything like that. She was doing that job before Samantha was and everything like that. She's been involved with the company. You can do enough to make sure that family's set up right.
Yeah, and I think that's not a non.
You don't even gotta announce it.
No,
but
they will. I mean, and again,
that's I hate that though.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about, like, we all go through ups and downs, and relationships are tricky, and you know what it's like sometimes when you lose somebody, but they're still kicking. They're just not in your life anymore, and it's hard enough. But to have that absolute stop of, I will never see this person again, and they have my entire heart. To read her words, man, it broke me. Like, it was so tough to get through what she had to say. But thoughts and prayers to her and her entire family. She's a strong young lady, and I'm sure she'll bounce back. But man,
and I'll just say this: I can't imagine being in that type of position, and I hope to never be in that type of position to where I have to try and find the words to describe a situation like that.
Yeah,
but as we've got Rocco saying he's going to try and make me happy, saying that Tiffany is going to win the Rumble. Joe Black, at least they didn't lose 40-0. Mike saying Nick can always cheer for the Cowboys next week when they take out the Jets. No, I'm going to be cheering for my Bills.
Lyra versus Becky will be another banger. I'm not sold on that one.
No,
I'm not sold on Bird Lady yet. They see something.
I know.
What do you think?
Birdman was good with Michael Keaton. Bird Lady, not so great. It's the straight to DVD version.
Yeah. What do you think of the partnership between Thea Hale and JC Jane? I don't know. It feels like there's already starting to show cracks where Thea's not really sure.
Have you ever watched The Craft, The Covenant, anything like that, to where the fucking
Mean Girls
to hang out with the fucking goth chick? No, that's
you never goes
well. That's when like I said, that's when NXT runs the issue of it. becomes the straight to DVD American Pie, National Lampoon's DVD shit.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No, I was like you qualified it with straight to DVD, so yeah, it's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Ritish says bad decision. Tiffany Stratton champion again.
Hopefully,
she will be. She will be, guys. She's young. This is okay. Oh,
Keyshawn.
Sorry.
No. Keyshawn just invoking something that I didn't want to invoke here. Josh Allen has that man cover curse.
Listen, Josh Allen just have to stop throwing into coverage.
Well, no,
we all know who you want to give the ball to.
Right. Well, I could go into the whole breakdown and everything, but
we're gonna be here for another hour.
Exactly. Well, no. I was just wanting to read Victor's comment.
Okay, go.
Nick Buffalo is in the process of calling Brady to come out of retirement. Well, that I've seen the memes going around already of Zach Wilson when he shows up to the Jets quarterback meeting today, and there's Tom like, hi.
All right. So last but not least, she was always seen as the fourth horse woman before the heel turn at SummerSlam launched her into the stratosphere, and you're not totally wrong about that. So
not at all.
There you go. But yeah, it's one game, it's one night. There will be a bounce back for the Bills and Tiffany Stratton,
and we will be here for one day more.
Right. But with all that being said, folks, we cannot thank you enough. We blew up this chat, we blew up the stream tonight, and we will be back tomorrow for another exciting Dynamite. I can't wait to get into AEW and talk all about that fun stuff. We got the Roddy Samoa Joe match, which I'm really looking forward to. Heading into Grand Slam, Nick, make sure you hit all the links below. Follow us everywhere. Just go click all the links. Get yourself a t-shirt. Be a part of the family. we cover more live wrestling than everyone else, and we thank you all for enjoying the ride. Big Nick, I'm out of words.
No, you're fine. I'm just
wait. What?
Your Blue Jays lost today. Yanks gonna beat the Sox soon. Hey,
yeah, the Blue Jays are fucking desperate right now, and I think
still,
that might have been their nail in the coffin. Actually,
the Yanks is a fucking moral victory. I think we're out of the fucking playoff contention.
You guys had no excuse to suck that bad, but whatever.
But that's the. You can have that. Not even what that might be what I'm mad at.
That's all we got, folks. Nick's gonna
our
say
shit is real, our shit is raw, our shit is authentic. When you're talking about the wrestling, you better put that forward life with it. Bye.
See you on the flip side. Come back tomorrow. Like, share, subscribe. Bye. Bye.